Yes, people, back in the building with another video. Time to talk about Liverpool losing to Fulham. It was crazy watching the game, seeing the highlights back. So many moments to speak about. Today, though, I want to break the video down. I want to break it down into three sections. I want to speak about the defense, I want to speak about the midfield, and I want to speak about the attack. Because I feel like it's fair that way. Instead of just throwing blame all over the place, we're going to group them together and we're going to blame them as their units. Savage is in the building, Nick is in the building. And G's late, bro. I don't know why he's late and that. And maybe KWASI is going to join as well. So we should have a great conversation before we get started, though. Man, them. Been a great morning for me. Hopefully, you guys have had a great morning as well. What are you guys telling me, man? You guys good?
All good, bro. Low carbs, high energy.
You fasting, innit? You said you started the...
Yeah. It's long, but it's long. So I'm used to it now, though, man. So it takes me like 2-3 days to get back into it, and then I'm off to the races, blood. So yeah, man.
What you saying?
My morning was a long time ago, bro. My morning was over like 10, 11 hours ago, bro. My morning's long gone, brother.
Flipping hell, man. These time zones, man. Hey, listen, man. We should all run off the same time.
Hey, but you know what I have to say? The time zones are a good help though. For the your morning streams are mad for me because it's like mad evening times. But your late streams, that's the pain in the ass. Because what used to be like 10 o'clock at night for you is now like 7 a.m. for me, bruv. It used to be like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Now it's just, I hate it, bruv. The night streams are bad. The day streams, though, beautiful.
All right, man. Listen, Fulham, Liverpool. We had a chance to extend the lead to 14 points. Talking to couple of the Liverpool fans I know, and they were like, yeah, man, we win the game and 14 points clear. And I'm like, all right, no, I hear it still. We can win this one. I also said, I think when we always play Fulham, but there's always goals. I don't know what it is. There's just goals. No matter if we play them at home or away, there's just goals. I didn't expect us to kind of lose this one. I expected it to be a tight affair, and I expected, us to just like not nick it, but like just win it, but they still would score. I didn't expect them to score 3 goals. It was interesting. I see a lot of blame went around for the defense, midfielders, and obviously the forward line. So that's what I'm saying. I want to break it down. But can we just get you guys overview first, and then we'll chop it up into little sections then. So Sav, over to you, my bro. What was your? I don't know how you reacted. We didn't even speak about the result. We just kind of just, just tried to forget about it, I guess.
It's got with the day, bro. It's performance wasn't good, man. It hasn't been good for a minute, so it's not. I wasn't shocked by any of this, bro. Like, I was only shocked by the scoreline, but not losing to them. I don't think the performances have been good for a while. And that's fine if people don't care about the performances, because you don't have to, because the main thing is the results. So it's all subjective, really. I do care about the performance, because at the end of the day, football's entertainment as well. And if I'm going to take my time out of the day to watch something, you know what I mean? I want to see the lads put the effort in and all that business. Don't get me wrong, I don't mean they can't have off days, because that's just usual. I think one of the biggest issues with yesterday's game was the fact that the whole back four had an off day at the same time. I don't think I've seen a time when the whole back four's been off it like that. And I'll be honest, bro, up until like some individual mistakes, I didn't think they were having a bad game. So like, I didn't think that Robbo and Curtis were having a bad game until their mistakes, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And to be fair, after Curtis' mistake, I don't remember him doing too much bad at the back. The fullback, the two centre-backs together weren't very good, though. And yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can make excuses for what happened with certain things and that, or reasons. Like I said, things happen in it, but them two at the back, in particular, the centre-backs are the leaders from that space, so I expect them to do a little bit better. For the midfield, again, like, it's same old now, and it non-existent for a bit. They try, but trying's not good enough at the professional level, and it, like, you expect a bit more than that. Hole in the middle again. McAllister trying a bit of tenacity and trying to do his thing as well. Obviously, he scored a great goal, but he just kept losing the ball. Just couldn't keep the ball at all. Not enough quality on the ball. Like I said, it's based on the one game, so I'll leave it like that. But I'm seeing patterns in it that I've noticed for I've noticed it for so long, And it doesn't matter how good I think some of these are, they lack something else. There's always like, you're good at doing this, but you lack this. And I feel like, well, Liverpool's level, you need to get better at doing that. And then because of that, the front three, even though especially the left and right winger can get involved a bit more than the striker can, because Jota had to come deep for the ball every time he wanted to get it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have touched the ball at all. Yeah, we're in the game. And then more off games. Gakpo wasn't good. Salah's had another stinker. You know what I mean? It's about 7th one in a row, but, you know, everyone pretend like nothing happened. It's fine.
No. Salah was good. No.
If he got a penalty, man would have told me he played great, but because he didn't.
Well, that'd be the FIFA thing, bruv. You do nothing all game, you score the goal, and you get like a 9 out of 10, bruv.
Pretty much, man. So lackluster altogether, to be honest. I don't agree with like commentators and that, they just turned up and thought they were going to win. I don't think that was the case. I just didn't think they were very good. There's 11 individual men, bad. So when people are maybe they're mentally fatigued, well, all 11 of them at the same time. I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, they just had a stinker, and sometimes you have to deal with it. And the beauty of it is just the fact that we're so many points ahead. That's the only beauty, but it's just not fun, innit? And I feel like as a whole, this weekend was an advertisement for how dead the Prem is, bro. And I know it's subjective, so if you guys enjoy it, then I'm actually happy for you because I like all you. I want you to enjoy your football. But if you just look at the total weekend of the football in the Prem, that is an advertisement of how stinky it is, bro. It's just money. That's it. Money and VAR, bro. Champions getting smashed up by Fulham. The challengers to the champions can't beat Everton. Man U and Man City, worst derby. Nothing happened. Southampton's relegated with 7 games to go. And bro, like it sucked, bro. It sucked, bro. Hey, man.
But what's the risk, though? What is the actual risk? I've seen the comment from Red Rebellion. Big ups to everybody in the chat as well. Like the stream and all that good stuff here. But what is the risk here? Because I just put a video out now saying, like, we've got 7 games left. There's still 24 points to play for. We need 11 to secure this title. Last year, at this point, this is when we fell off. This is when we had the loss to Palace, the draw away at Old Trafford, the loss to Everton. And shit just started going down south. I see Enz is reminiscing now. He's got PTSD. Me mentioning that shit.
Yeah, this was the moment, innit?
We'll say though, with the Man U game last season was the biggest problem, and then Palace. But after
21
that,
points. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say any games after that, you couldn't see that it was already accepted.
So like, it's like we've accumulated these points throughout the season, so we can afford to have this slip here. And everyone said like, "Oh, Liverpool have the gap, so they can do that." Okay, that's fine. But, it's 21, my bad, not 25. I think it's 24, 27. Anyways, bad math. Anyways, what are the odds? I don't think we will, but I'm sure if this result doesn't work against West Ham now, we're playing at home. We best fucking better beat West Ham at home. We slapped them up away. We best be beating them at home. But we're going to be looking back at a game like Fulham and then a game again like Man United when they came to Anfield, going away, playing against Nottingham Forest and shit like that. Like games we should have arguably won and not having won them. It's like we've played good games and not won. We've played poorly and won. And now we've played poorly and copped it royally. And like you said, Savage, like the whole back line for me were just dog shit. Yeah. I saw Jones holding Jota and Salah's hand at one point out right back, literally between Jota and Salah at one point in the first half. Like, where's our right back gone, bruv? Where is our right back? What is happening? So to have him out there, then have to rely on Kanate to be chasing ground, to have Van Dijk trying to chase ground as well, Robertson running back again, Szoboszlai, Grav, McAllister helping out in the midfield. By the time they come back, they're all gassed. And then there's no one running up forward again because everyone's trying to help it to defend, bro. That's just the one thing that annoyed me.
I was thinking there as well because I said to my son while I was playing the game, I said to him, like, bro, I swear I just saw Bradley with a bib under his coat. And then my son said, yeah, he's on the bench. I said, so what the fuck? Why is he not on the pitch then? I don't want to hear all of this easing man back into stuff business. That's crazy, bro. No, it's crazy, bro. I'm not trying to hear any of this, bro.
I agree, bro.
My missus goes to dental work and that. Can't give me no blowjobs and that. Listen, just tell me you can't do it then. Don't tell me that, I kind of ease my way back into it and just suck the tip. Nah, let's do the whole thing, bro. What are you talking about? What was he doing? You saw how good Bradley was when he come on.
Yeah, it was cracker. He got the assist, man. Got the assist straight away, direct, quick pace. He
created the most chances
bang.
as well within the game. He created the most chances from the Liverpool outfield players. KWASI, what are you telling me, bro?
Big up to Mandem, man. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a long time. Mandem, I wish you want to give these brethren contracts.
Which ones?
Was it? Tell me the overview, and we will break it down. I just need the overview.
I apologize. I jumped the gun.
Just the overview of what your thoughts are of the game. We're gonna break it down. We'll break it down.
The only great player on the team right now is Trent. If I was him, I'm not coming back. I'm injured till the end of the season. Oh my God. Virgil, this is all on Virgil and the manager, man. Leadership in the squad is gone. There's nobody out there trying to hold everybody together and say, people, let's get the job done. And then we go to the part. We go to Cancun. Right now, everybody's 1, 2, 3 Cancun right now. Just because we are 2 figures ahead of everybody. It's so unprofessional for a team like Liverpool, right? The league is, I won't say the league is not competitive like everybody said to be, maybe at the top, but there are 4 or 5 teams who are fighting for Europe for next year. Fulham, it's about to go to Europe again. It was the last time they were there when, I think that's when Uncle Roy was at Fulham, right? So yes, I would say maybe the traditional teams are not as good as they usually are, 1 or 2 of them, but we have to give respect to the other ones who, Forest is about to go to Champions League, possibly. We have to give them respect. We have to give them respect. The only thing with the subjective, like what my man Savage is saying, is in other leagues, you see the same teams go to Champions League or Europa every single year. This year, the English Premier League might send 2 or 3 teams to Europe that have never been there in decades. So is that competitive or not? But in terms of Liverpool as it is, it's embarrassing, it's unprofessional, and for the traveling fans and for the fans that goes to Anfield, they deserve much, much better than what we're having right now. That's why I'm blaming the captain and the manager, because manager figured it out. This is not 2 games. This has been going on since January. This has been going on since January. And he needs to figure something out. That's why we got beat by PSG. That's why we got beat by Newcastle. My captain, Wagwan. ESPN just had an article a week ago, and I jumped on their neck saying it was only 1 game. And they were like, is Virgil on decline? I said, bro, it was just 1 game. He had a bad game against Everton. And they said he's done. And 3 days later, I don't even know who Minos is. I just saw this guy, this half of the season, and he does you like that? Come on now. This is a mentality. I don't think they fatigue. Yes, PTSD, I agree. But I don't think it's fatigue. I think it's a lack of respect, lack of professionalism. Even if you fatigue and you want to win the league, you play hard. This one is lack of respect for the rest of the league, saying, we are done. Arsenal could never catch us. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. That's what I believe. And they need to fix it. It
seems like a strategy thing. I don't know about tactics as such, but it feels like a strategy thing. Like, you're going into the final running, and depending on what team you are, whoever, usually you'll be like, oh, we've got this many cup finals left, or we got this kind of thing left to go. And it feels like they know that they've run out of steam before. And they know that, like, they've tripped up before. But also, they've never been this many points ahead at this point as well. So it's like a new thing. And it's almost like they've gone, we need to just calm everything down and just get through these games. We don't need to go. But it's actually killing us, bro. It's just killing us when we're watching the game, bro.
But, Savage, check this out, right? The last time we won the league was with the leaders in the squad right now. So they have that same mentality that you're talking about. Yeah. You see what I mean? So it's like, brother.
You saw the sideways passing yesterday. That didn't look like... That was almost like, we'll just get through these games, innit? Like, we're going to win the league as long as we don't slip up and do all of this. So I don't know. It's one of those weird ones, bro. Like the side-to-side passing. I don't know, bro. I've not seen us do that in a while, bro. When I mean side-to-side, I'm talking about like just lateral.
Too much Ariana Grande, bro. Too much Ariana Grande side-to-side.
It's a big tune, though, Nick. It's a big tune.
Right. Yeah, but if I
we can't use that excuse, man. If we are the big bad Liverpool, get the job done and then start losing the job, win the league and then start losing.
Then lose games. I agree.
Don't.
Listen, I'm with both of you, bro, but I'm not even on this win the league and then lose games because I'm still paying money to go and see their team.
True, bro. I agree. But I don't subscribe to. This is our second loss in. I don't care. You're not supposed to lose in the first place. This is Liverpool,
Correct.
right? We're not
Right,
supposed to lose in the first place. So
let's break it down.
don't give yourself an excuse because this is the first loss. Same thing with Virgil. You know, when he had a one back game, I was like, hey, ESPN, get off my man's back. Guess what? Back to back. So how many losses do you want to get it?
KWASI, let's break it down then, because yesterday I saw, obviously, from the reactions from our fan base, the reaction from just individual fans, and like in terms of content creators, online fans. I saw like, those little interviews as well about results on the street. When you're just going through YouTube, and I've seen some of these things, and I see like the midfield got blamed. I saw the defense getting blamed, and I saw the forward line getting blamed, some more than others, which I'm like, I get it. You expect your expectation for other players in the team should be higher than others. If you like a Nunes, you wouldn't expect him to go and do certain things because you don't rate him as high as, say, a Mo Salah. But let's go to like the defense, boys. The defense to me, right? Obviously, we got a makeshift right back at the moment. Savage is right. I was like, well, the last game, I was like, okay, just come back. Let's run it. Okay, cool. We saw what that would do. I thought Curtis had a really good game. This one, I did expect Bradley to start, but even I said from my prediction, I said I would still run Curtis there because I felt like he had a good game. Let's see if we can do something with it. We saw Bradley come on and actually cook up the plays, got the assist, and then he created the most chances. What's going on with the back line at the moment, right? But I say bar Curtis, but he has to take a bit of blame because obviously we're talking about yesterday's game. But more so, Konate, Verge, and Robbo. What's kind of going on with these guys, especially in the last couple of games? Open floor, man. What's kind of going on?
To be fair, in the last couple of games, Robbo's not been bad. This one, he was bad. The last couple of games,
but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah. The biggest issue is them two in the middle, man. Because I already know about Robbo, bro. Like he's on the way out, bro. I already know, bro. And I said that before the game started. Like I don't understand. Not because of how Robbo was playing. I was like, why should make us not playing in this game? Like, surely you just freshen it up a little bit because it's been like this all season. When Robbo has too many games back to back, and that normally there's a stinker in there somewhere. The centre backs though, they're normally the two, bro. Like at any point in this season, that have been the best centre backs in the world together, bro. So I don't know why they were so off sync. We saw that against Everton as well. I remember was talking about that, like that one Don's holding the line and then the other one's dropped further back. They're swinging at stuff. Konate is overestimating his ability in certain things where it's like, I know you got strength in that, but that doesn't mean you need to like let the ball bounce and try and do this silky business. Stick to what you know, innit?
He doesn't have techers. He doesn't have techers on the ball. We know that for sure.
Exactly. So when the ball's coming over and it's a duel with Konate and it's in the air, he's gonna win it, innit? But he started to do this thing now where it's like, let me do the silky Maldini thing. I'm gonna let the ball drop and shield it. But he tried that against Beto twice, bro, and it didn't work. And the geezer just ran round him because he's off balance when he does that. And then as for Virgil, like, to be fair, when Virgil makes mistakes, it's normally the same kind of mistake. It doesn't happen very often. But it's almost give the geezer too much of a yard, or he's trusting his ability too much. Like, the geezer won't get past me or he won't shoot, and then he does. This one was like, somebody hoofed the ball in the air on their team, and they just hoofed it. And I was like, I seen it drop into Virgil. I was like, obviously just going to header this away.
Yeah,
but this geezer let the ball drop right down to hip height. And Munoz just went, I'm flicking it behind you, big man. Then he looked like he was half a yard
headering it away like he normally does.
Yeah, then he looked like he was half a yard off the pitch to even get his foot in front.
Just like he's trying to do the whole body thing. Like you can't shepherd the ball every single time. You can't just outmuscle your opponent every single time, bruv. You're a defender. You're 6 foot something, bruv. Just put your head to the ball. Just put it into rows there. Do something with it. I don't give a shit, bruv. Just clear it out of there. Don't take the ball down, touch, go backwards. And even then, sometimes when the ball's playing back, when we go forward, nothing works. We go backwards, recycle again. Even there were times I'm just like, bruv, please don't miskick it. Don't kick it into a Fulham player. Don't play a short putt. Like, I was having those thoughts, bruv, because of how they were playing generally throughout the game as well. Even though, like, Fulham were not pressing in the second half, still, I'm like, don't do anything dumb. And it was one pass. I don't know if it was Konate or Van Dijk. They were going out left to, like, Robertson or something. And, bro, I could have sworn if the Fulham player stuck a leg out, bro, he was one-on-one.
Exactly. But we saw, like, obviously, there was a cross comes in. Curtis... maybe his positioning was off. He clears it, but it goes back across goal. And then
that was weird. That was a weird.
Yeah, it was weird. That's bad
series of events, bro. I look at that and I go, okay, maybe it's his body position.
Yeah,
maybe the ball came out a bit quick. Because then in the last game against Everton, back post did a good clearance. I'm like, okay, like it's not like he couldn't have cleared it, but it felt like he got so much blame. And then he got blamed for the second one. I think Iwobi then runs in behind of him, and then he stands him up. And then gets a shot away, and then they get a corner. And then from the corner, and then he ends up misclearing it. And then So I'm like, all
There
right.
ain't no way they're trying to blame him for that when there's a corner in between. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, the corner came in and then we didn't clear. But I think because he sliced, was it him that sliced it up in the air as well? Went to clear and then sliced it up. So he can't, bro. He just got so much.
What was the first goal? What was their first goal?
For them, that was the one. Pereira, it was a cross that come inside, and then that's the one that Jones went to clear it. He hits it, and he falls to Sessegnon.
And then the second goal was the Robbo pass.
The second one was the Robbo crossfield bullshit.
The worst thing about that one is...
gave the ball away twice, bro.
I was going to say, the worst thing about the Robbo one is the mistake was made, but then there was enough of us to clear it up. But then when they had the shot, it deflected off him to go in as well. No, seriously, because Kelleher would have saved it. Don't get me wrong, Robbo should have been in that spot to try and block it.
It deflected off him. It deflected. You see, it deflects, and he goes past his hand by like that, bro. He would have got his palm to it. I reckon he would have got his palm to it.
And then they only scored
Robert twice, bro.
So there's only, and then obviously Konate wasn't at fault for any goal, but he gave him enough chances to score other goals, because the other one when he tried to like Cruyff turn.
What were you thinking, brother?
This is what I'm saying, bro. It's not like the reason why I'm not worried about Virgil and Konate going forward is because this feels like I don't think they were trying to take the piss out of Fulham. It's almost like they're trying to show that we're champions elect, bro. Like, look at what we do, bro. I don't need you. Why are you doing that there? You already know. I already don't like that tactic we use, but I know what it does and everything like that. I'm not dumb. Wait for the players to try and press you, and then you move them out, and then you draw them out. But when Liverpool do it, it never looks comfortable, bro. It looks mad, shaky, bro. We stand flat-footed. Do you not remember this point yesterday? It's not Kelleher's fault, by the way, because he's been told to do this. He walked out the box with the ball, and the Fulham player said, "We're not going to pressure them." Then he walked up more, not going to pressure. He was almost standing at the halfway line, and they said, "We're not pressing it." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well,
what do I do?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I thought he was going to try and press me." He looks so
press
dead.
forward, long ball over the top, bypass the press, and then try and attack forward. But they went falling for it, bro.
You man, no, come on, man. Like, Slot's a good manager and that, but that tactic's trash, blood. Like, it sucks, bro. That sucks. The aerial man marking the box sucks. Because I was watching McAllister trying to mark Anderson and that yesterday on corners again, bro. I was like, brother, come on, man. Have you not learned your lesson, bro? I know they didn't score from it, but have you not learned your lesson from the Newcastle game, bro? You just put McAllister on Anderson. Bro,
didn't they do the same thing against Everton, where somehow Beto was caught up on a McAllister is also
better when Tarkowski, put McAllister on.
Bro, I don't get that, bro. The shortest player on one of the tallest defenders, bro.
And
the same thing happened. Wasn't it in the cup finals? It was him against Dan Burn, wasn't it?
And
that to me that is part of a leadership, whether it's the manager or the set piece coach or the captain.
It's all the manager that is, bro.
Like why is it happening? You know, I mean,
he's fine with it. I'm a shit going the other way with set pieces as well, bro. And now I'm not blaming the people that take that, bro. Bro, I'm not even blaming the people taking the corners anymore, because I was blaming them before, but now I'm watching our players get their head to the ball, 3 headers and that,
and we're getting close on the corner attack.
We scored 4 goals from set pieces this season.
Brother,
that's bad.
Has it been that much? I thought
when the game was on yesterday, the commentator said Liverpool and Fulham are the worst for scoring from set pieces. Both of them 4 apiece, bro. I said, nah, bro. This is crazy. With Virgil and Konate in our team. Stinky, bro.
And the thing is, I mean, with the last 2 matches, especially yesterday, I'm not gonna blame Curtis that much, because Curtis actually is just doing free throw. The guy is just making it up as he go. If he has played right back before, I don't remember it. But
he played in the Everton and in Europa League that one time. But
so he's doing the best as he can, and he's mentally not there as a right back.
Not fit.
Yeah, but
he's fit.
He's on bench.
No, he is. He's
Kwanzaa not playing?
On bench.
It's more disrespect. I hear it still. I hear it, Slot, man. More disrespect, bro. I hear it.
I mean, if you need somebody to be an outlet, we can use Robo as an outlet, right? Show up with 3 center back on the right side and let Robo, go up and down the field. Something that he likes to do anyway.
I'm with Scraps, man. Should have thrown some Bozolo back there or something, bro. At least make himself useful with that running, bro.
Then run around, cover that space. Yeah, bro. Help Salah out on that side or something.
G, welcome to the stream, broski. Trying to find the best layout to get us all in there, because I want to kind of get these brothers in there. Just your thoughts on the back line, because we're going to break it down. We're going back line, midfield, then we'll go with the forward line. The ones that started, by the way, not the whole team, because I know there's guys waiting to throw shade at other guys. Just the start. Just the guys who started the game. That's who we're talking about.
Nah, listen, the back line was atrocious. Every single one of them. You know what's mad? Yeah, Robbo made that mistake, but I'm trying to feel like
that's what I said. The mistake mapped up his whole game, bro. Because before that he was fine, bro. But...
Yeah. He was like. Yeah, so obviously the mistake that everyone's going to talk about, yes. And Curtis was really the same, to be honest with you, like the mistake. And then, like, I'm not saying they were excellent before anyone kills me, but they were just calm. But Virgil and Kanate, though, those two are the ones where I'm more disappointed than the two fullbacks, just because you are the centre backs. But in these couple games, and it's only been couple, but if we're just talking about Fulham, you've given us no level of security where I feel confident with you back there. Unfortunately, Virgil, I don't know what it is, but in these last two games, you've just looked like, I don't know, like my son playing football. So, you know what I mean? Getting bullied by bigger guys, and some of them not even that much bigger than you, but you've been like that. Kanate is Kanate. Like I've said it before, the guy's not that good on the ball. So when he tries to do these things, I'm like, why would you, of all people, try to do something like that in the box? It's very silly, and you don't have the capabilities to do so. But outside of that, if we're just focusing on defense, the defense was just shit in my opinion. And
you think that's thrown Virgil and Kanate off a little bit in the last couple of games, in the physical games anyway? That usually people try and stay away from Virgil, innit? Now they've just sent for him in the last couple of games. It's like throwing him off. It's like, nah, I'll just go at you, bro. I don't care.
But I think they've always been players that. I'm not going to take anything away from them, by the way, because I feel like they've been top players, right, for time. But they have benefited a lot being in this league for Liverpool recently, in like the last couple of years. Defenders don't as you say, like attackers don't really go for them. So when you only got like a few times where you got to do something, I feel like it's a lot easier than, man is coming at you every single second of a game, bro. I'm not saying about maybe whoever's played there can tell me, but I'm sure you don't want to be coming up against attackers who are on your neck consistently, bro. Like it's long for anybody. I'm talking Maldini and all them type of guys. Like they would also think it's long. So of course, when you then come up to like against these kind of guys who, by the way, remember we're talking about these guys are still Premier League strikers, by the way. So they must be good to a level.
Of course,
they can all finish. So it's even more dangerous because you're not dealing with like Plymouth level or even like non-league level where you're like, but will he be able to finish? Maybe not. These guys will punish you. Beto could have scored. Obviously, Muniz obviously did score. So it then makes it even a bit more sticky when it comes to these kind of situations. And I just feel like you just need to, it might just be, you know what I mean? Just a bad, like a really bad game where I've never seen them both be shit at the same time though. Usually it's just one or the other. This is the first time that I can remember.
But also, as well, it's not like these guys are playing excellent football and then they're creating it. Like these men are just moving shaky. Like the last game against Everton, Virgil swings and miss. Ibu headers it into no man's land. Then guys are just dribbling. Then this game, Ibu's trying to do Cruyff turn nutmeg inside the box. I'm like, why are we doing this?
Can I ask everyone here? Big up, big up, man.
G.
Who? Because I've tried to look back at the still, right, and I still can't find it. Who was Robbo passing to?
I think I was trying to go crossfield up on the wing. I think that's what I was aiming for.
Closest person in the middle.
I'm left-footed, right? So I tried to put myself in that angle of how he kicked the ball, just to okay, maybe he was trying to, but it just fucked up.
You're
saying it's Curtis. Okay, cool. I'm gonna
just say it. He was drunk. Remember, Robo had
I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anyone.
He looked drunk. I'm sorry.
There was someone up there.
He looked like he had maybe 2 or 3 previous night, and it just carried over to the.
What about KWASI though? Carry on what you're saying, but what about he touches it out and goes on his left side? Why not just control it out on your left foot and then just take it down the line?
No, and that's why I'm confused. That's why I asked who was he passing to, because he had to have seen someone there for him to have done that instead of doing exactly what you said. What you said is what I would have done. But clearly, I'm not a Premier League player, so I'm gonna go with his judgment of I'm taking this touch back in to then pass it over there because I've seen someone. Like as you, if Savage is saying it's, I've seen Curtis, and I feel like I can hit that ball and it's not a hard ball, by the way, for him to make. He's made that pass a million times. So in my head, that's why I was wondering, who are you passing to? Like, who did
I'll
you
do some
see
research for you.
Yeah. Someone, I just need to, like I said, I didn't see it. That's why I was asking. Like, there had to have been someone, because I didn't see Curtis. I don't remember Curtis really being.
I only saw it on the replay. I've got it on the screen now on Sky Sports. I'm trying to.
Yeah. Please tell me.
While you're doing that, sir, big up to everyone watching on X-Man. But guys, if you want to continue watching, you already know what time it is. But if you go head over to YouTube to carry on watching,
description ended, guys.
they have to, bro. You know what I mean? X's vibes, but you know.
No, of course. No, come on.
Big up to everyone in the chat as well, man. Guys, smash the like as well.
Like the stream, bro. Least you can do.
Yeah, get the likes up, people. Come on now.
Sav, go on, talk to us, bro. What we seeing? What's going on? What was the man them doing? Who was he passing to, bro?
I'm telling you, man.
Honestly,
So I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and zoom it in there, but just on the edge of the screen, you see the little red dot there.
Yeah.
So he was trying to go in the
That's
middle.
Jones. So there's a crossfield pass. So the ball is like around here at this moment now. So he's trying to go like
open it. Okay.
On the other side, yeah, and he's just completely like fucked that one.
No, I can see what he's done. I can see what he's done here, bro. This is.
But the question is, was Jones supposed to be in there?
Nah, it's not. It's not that, bro. It's the exact eye line that Robbo's looking at. Yeah, he can see Jones on the far side, but closest to Robbo is Gravenberch, isn't it? In between Gravenberch and Curtis is Iwobi standing there, and he can't see Iwobi. He can only see Gravenberch, innit? So he's gone. He tried to go across straight to Curtis, and Iwobi's standing there, bro. What you got? Watch it back on Sky Sports now. You pause it. It's right there, bro. On one.
Can I ask as well? Could he have touched it and gone down the line, Sav? Could he have touched it and gone down the line? Basically,
I thought that, bro. I seen the replay. I'm like, you had like Gakpo like right in front of you, bro. Why you have to go for the Hollywood pass, bro? You had him right there, simple pass, bro.
I was gonna say that.
Okay, even so on that point, then, if he makes that pass, is there space on that right hand side to continue to progress play?
For on the right hand side,
like first time across there, one touch, first time whip.
Yeah, it's completely empty on the right hand side.
Soboslai tried that. Soboslai tried that 2 or 3 times, and he lost it every single time he tried. He tried to do that one-time shit, bro. That pissed me off.
He's hogging the touch line. There is a player like trying to block Robbo off where he's passing it, but behind that player is Castagna in it. But he could still try and make it. He probably would have went out for a throw-in, better than what he did. But obviously,
could he have carried it as well, Sav? Could he have carried it as well if he took a touch and carried
if he carried it a little bit, the Fulham player would have just closed him down because Gakpo doesn't move towards him. But I think at the end of the day, you can just see in it it's not an excuse. He's fucked up, bro. But you can just see that he can clearly not see that he will be standing dead in line with Gravenberch, and Gravenberch moving out. So he just tried to go across field to Curtis, and it's not worked out for him. And it's one of those, bro.
All right,
3 clangers, man, for these goals.
Let's shift the conversation in. So that's the defenders for that game. Let's talk about the midfielders for this one, lads. So the midfielders for this one. Yeah, talk to me. What happened with the man then, bro? Because we ran this one at the start of the season. It was looking saucy, little football here. Sav started the agenda.
It's never looked saucy.
All right, Sav. All right. It started look saucy, you know what I mean? Gravenberch dropping in,
saucy.
Touch, play it.
Grav's looked good. Grav had a part of the season, especially the early way, he looked good. But the midfield as a collective, no sauce blood, no seasoning, bro, raw.
Right.
I mean, you might as well give Szoboszlai sunglasses during the match, man. Because this brother, and this is the part where I kind of blame the leadership because he is new. This is like his second time competing.
No.
It can't be new, bro.
No, I'm just saying he's looking at what his leaders are doing. What are his leaders doing?
No, we're not going to do that because I feel like we then pass the blame on. We kind of giving.
No. I'm sorry. Szoboszlai didn't play.
Take ownership for his own performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is what I'm looking at, right? If a lot of times people don't see that, a lot of players tends to copy what other people are doing. So he's lackadaisy because everybody's lackadaisy. The brother can't even give a simple 3 feet part. And then he gets upset. How many times this is the first match I've seen, even the commentator on my side he said, this is the first time he's seen Liverpool players fighting against each other when they're doing something wrong. Usually it's like, hey, come on, let's go, kind of bigging the other one up. They're pointing fingers at each other. And he was one of them.
The only thing I'll give him yesterday is the fact that the pressing that he normally does when it triggers other people to press. Only Jota tried it when he done it. Everyone else just stood around, bro. So he made him look stupid, which is not his fault because he's gonna press on it. But he looked, and do you remember that the USA England game? You all know what I'm talking about. Remember when he was getting fed up and no one would move. But then me and you was like, nah, but he's trying, but it looks dumb because no one else is moving in it. I'm gonna ask you the benefit because you're a coach in it.
Yeah.
I know what the benefit is, but I feel like it doesn't outweigh. Okay, so the way we play,
you're right.
Jota's up front, innit? Or he's false flipping 8 because he ain't false 9. He's false 8 or something.
He's dropping deep, bro. Instead of being in the box to receive a cross, he's sitting there waiting for it.
He won't touch the ball. We saw what happens when you don't. If you play Nunes and Nunes don't drop, which no one wants him to because I don't think he's good on the ball, he ends up on the end of the game 8 touches, no shots because okay. So Bosley always presses ahead of Jota on it. So he comes out from the spot he's in the 10, runs past Jota, past Salah and everyone and presses. It's clearly a tactic. He does it every game.
Yeah.
You tell us what the benefit of that is when you could just get Jota to do it anyway.
There is no benefit of it.
Nope.
All it's meant to do once he goes from a tactical standpoint, once he goes, the rest of the midfielders should go and pick up different midfielders. So they should go and squeeze the other guys. The fullback should go and squeeze the wingers, centre backs go and squeeze the striker. But when he does it, at the moment it looks like the rest of them are like, oh yeah, are we meant to do something else? It's like they forgot what they should do. So as soon as he goes and then they start popping it, big massive gaps open up.
The reason why I'm asking is every time I hear the fans' complaints, this is I'm not moaning at the fans by the way because I agree with them, but it's the reason why they go, oh yeah, but have you seen what happens? Sabazala gets caught too high up the pitch, and I'm like, yeah, because he's been told to press. Yeah, the goalkeeper, bro. So you know how the easiest way to beat a press is just kick the ball over everyone's head, isn't it? So that's what Fulham kept doing yesterday. They knew that Curtis was at right back, and Iwobi's over there. So they just kept rossing it over to him, bro. Sabazala is out of position every time because he's been told to press ahead of Jota, and then Jota has been told to play in the false 9, false 8. Why would you just not tell Jota to press because you're the striker and leave Sabazala in his spot so he can conserve a bit of energy, and if the ball does go over Jota's head, we've got someone in the hole. Instead of that, we don't, and Gravenberch ain't that fast, and he slows stuff down too much. And then McAllister does a little like the pitbull thing when he tries to get at your legs, and that sometimes it works out for him, and he's great at tackling and intercepting, but when it doesn't, he looks tacky, and we can't keep the ball anyway. It's weird, bro. Like I know Slot's a manager, and he gets paid the big money, and there's a reason why I'm at my desk and he's in actor training ground, and so he knows what he's doing. That doesn't mean that like he can't be off a bit. He is off a bit, bro. It's weird, bro. Maybe it's because the longer the season goes on, the more energy the players lose and stuff like that naturally. But then you have to change it up a little bit because surely all of us watch it and are just like, they look stupid.
Yeah, it look like they never trained together, and they look like they I'm sorry, they need So Bosley, either they need to say, okay, from now on, let's just play simple, no press, sit back. We've done it before, right? We did it against Chelsea. People say, oh, Chelsea was going to win. No, Chelsea had no chance at Anfield. It looked like it, but I did it. And you ask me, how do I know? It's because we did the same thing at the Etihad, and we beat them 2-0, right? Chelsea had to score a perfect goal to beat our defense. We can play. We don't need to go on attack. Right now, we just need to play simple football where we don't need to do anything crazy, because yes, we can see that there are some fatigue. Personally, international break was the useless international break. Why do they even need that one? I don't know. Give them a break. Force the teams not to go anywhere. Give these players a break.
The manager said it's not tiredness though, KWASI.
There is some because
the Gaffer said no. There's no. They're not tired.
Maybe I'm looking at a different football, but they all look tired. They are mentally drained. But there's also some lack of professionalism going on right now. And yes, it's all in one basket. Yes, but the manager needs to figure something out there, right? We all have PTSD from last season, right? So you, the manager, you know that around this time, these players are tired, because I think Liverpool and City has the most players playing an international game every season. So you know it's not just the league that wear them out. It's the international travels.
It's the first season with extra games, isn't it?
Exactly. So, and we always go further than anybody else most of the time. So keep it simple. I don't care if it's boring. right? If you're gonna be a Simone, then do Simone. But
win your
something
games,
is
bro.
not working, and the manager
I'm with you, man.
has to step in.
I don't think the performance was based on them being tired, but I do think that there will be some for all the teams. By the way, there will be fatigue setting in. That's normal because the season's going on longer.
No one is 100% right
And
now.
we've had extra games this season.
Exactly.
I think it's only the people who played the most games this season is Barca and Liverpool at this current moment. They played more games than everybody. I'm guessing that's because we were in Champions League and got to the League Cup final in it, but and because he doesn't want to rotate the team. The certain man like Virgil's played every Premier League game, and he's played every minute of every Premier League game.
Yep.
Salah's second on that list for
And international games too.
And Cup, Champions Leagues, and all that shit as well. They all play a part, bro.
That's what killed him, though, is that he don't really trust the rest of the players in his team. So it's going to kill us at some point. Like,
of course, yeah.
Why though? Why though? G?
But he
Why
assessed the
doesn't
squad, G. He assessed the squad, brother. He's happy with the squad, man.
No, but that's
He
what
told
I'm
us
saying. Is
this.
that no, but that's what I'm saying. He's assessed it, and I keep saying it, but I feel like we don't want to just say it. The team is not as good as we think it is. So I'm not going to trust Endo to play 40 minutes of a game because he's not that good. He's a very good, I need you at the last 10 minutes of a game type of player. Harvey Elliott, you're not good enough to do what I need you to do in the midfield from the start of a game. When he comes on, Harvey Elliott isn't coming on in the same Liverpool team that starts a game. That's easy. Come on and attack. Okay, cool, you're good at that. But when I ask you to be in midfield and do midfielders work, you can't do that. So I can't get you to start. Chiesa, I don't know what going over there. I can't even legislate for what's happening on that side. Everyone else, you can see he doesn't rate them enough to start. Like we can't even do he's just even assessing the team, brother. We're in April now, and you still, even though the team have played the same, like we've just had 3 games and we played the same team over and over again, bar Curtis Jones, and that's only because of injury. He's played the same team, bro. At some point, Savage, you said it the other day. Yeah. At some point, we got onto Klopp about, brother, you're always playing the same fucking team. Change it, and then you wonder why everyone's tired. Guess what Slot's doing? He's saying
the weirdest thing about Slot is like, even if it's saying that, because it's all down to him and whatever he thinks and what we think obviously doesn't matter. We're gonna think it though because we're fans and that's normal. But every time he brings these players on, we're talking about they either save him or nearly save him.
They do something.
So,
yeah, correct.
So it's like,
correct.
Yeah, so we all used that muscle yesterday and thought, yeah, if you brought this man on 10 minutes earlier, but this because once I saw them running around, I'm like, I said to myself, we ain't gonna lose this game, bro. This is gonna end the draw, bro. I really didn't
felt like we were gonna draw.
Yeah.
Could have.
And obviously, I
could have.
Been happy with the
I mean,
draw,
we had 2 chances that Mandem should have put it in the net, but
yeah. And I agree with G. Like, obviously, he doesn't rate them from the start of a game and stuff like that. But that's why you're the manager, bro. Like, maybe you don't rate them in the tactics you're using from the start of a game. Normally, we'll change it then, innit?
But why don't he play him then? Like, you have him off the bench. When they've come off the bench, they've done something for us. Exactly. He doesn't play him enough, maybe. That's the thing. He don't play him enough. That's the problem here. And you can see when Bradley, Elliott come on the pitch for 20, 30 minutes and they've given you more than what your starters did in a whole first half in 45 minutes, that says something, bruv. Oh, you change, you adapt a little bit, you start attacking more, you start quicker passing, you break their lines a couple of times, you get a few shots on target. On another day, we get to finish one of those chances. We end up maybe getting a 3-3 or we push forward, who knows. But like just shit like that, like you see him come on and they're determined as well. They want to prove a point like, no, I am good enough to be here. Yep. You do want to play in this position. I still want to play. I'm going to do whatever I can to play. We're crying we don't have a right back. Bradley's there, come back from injury. Come on, had a good 20, 30-minute cameo, like attacking down the middle. He doesn't want to do this. Run up, stop, look around, pass, take a step back, receive the ball again, go forward, take a pass, step back. That's quick passing, bang, bang, bang. Look at the replay. The 2-3 times we played quick passing, 1, 2, 3, 4, touch football, bang, bang, bang. Had a shot on target, bro, straight away, man. That's what we need to be doing more often. It's too slow, bro.
I'm trying to think, apart from Everton, because we're already winning. He's resorted to that at the last bit of games, and that throw 3 at the back, throw 2 at the back, and throw everyone up front and all this business, and bring everyone on the pitch. So it seems all erratic, bro. Like,
yeah, it looks a bit bad.
I don't understand, bro. Like, you would think that's a manager who's 1 point behind City in the running for the title and trying to get the points.
Trying to get up there, yeah.
Like, mad erratic. What are you doing? You're gone from not trusting everyone to just get everyone on the pitch and just do
literally
break glass.
Remember when Klopp used to do it as well? Once we were like in a game, we were down. All of a sudden, he was like, 5 strikers. You're like,
ultra attack. Everyone
hey,
on the pitch. Let's go.
no structure. And then not only did he go 5 strikers, he would go, right, you all standing in a line with all the defenders. I'm
Just
like,
take the ball up.
there's 10 men standing in front of the goal. You ain't scoring, bro. You're not gonna score. Your players are in the way, their defenders are in the way, their midfielders are in the way, and all in recycling. They're like, do you know what?
Big up to the subs, man,
Because
because they definitely had an impact. They definitely had an impact.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
They look way better than the team in the first half.
Because they're fresh, but they're not tired, but they ain't played.
Can I ask everyone here? Because I feel like obviously everyone got onto Szoboszlai here, which is fair.
G, can you hold that question for 1 second, yeah? And then because I want to, where is it gone? Just big up to Honesty for the super chat real quick, man. Hit the like and subscribe. The man then bless up, man. Every one of the guys' links as well to their channel is in the description. I couldn't fit them in the title, bro. You man names are too long in that. G,
don't try it because mine's the longest.
Big up, bro. He said I didn't have enough characters to put in there, so I'll put it all in there. So big up Honesty for the super chat as well. But G, what's your question? And then once you guys get your answers in, we'll go and look at the forward line.
Yeah, because we're talking about the midfield, right? And fair enough, obviously. We spoke about Szoboszlai. I didn't really hear too much about McAllister. I thought he was okay outside of the goal. I don't hear nobody speaking about Gravenberch though, and he has stunk for
a long time.
For so long to the point now I can't now put you in a team of the season contender because you've now gotten to the point where you've now almost reached 6 months, or by the end of the season it'll be 5 months technically, obviously because of January. You would have now reached half a season where you've actually just been dead for half a season and you've been good for excellent for the other half of the season. Like, at what point do we now have nobody? And I mean, not one.
Wait, G, be fair to me. I have.
What's the criticism?
Yeah, I always do.
The criticism is that why is nobody everyone was quick to talk about Szoboszlai. Gravenberch was equally as dead.
Because you see Szoboszlai running around all over the place. That's why you don't see Grav like the Wijnaldum thing. Junior Wijnaldum had a shit game. No, he didn't. He had a good game. He didn't do any madness. That's why he doesn't stand out.
So even on that, yeah, if we even go on that one, then yeah, surely then Szoboszlai should be getting more praise than Gravenberch because Gravenberch ain't running around.
I'll tell you why, G, because Szoboszlai loses the ball at the most important time of the game, which is the final third, every single time. Grav. The reason why I think Grav gets a pass is, of course, is what he's been giving us, right? So he kind of have like a little bit. No. I'm just going by credit on the back.
Do that. I got.
I understand that. But I'm going based. It's not.
I can't go into time and say yes. Salah was scoring goals at.
No. I'm not doing that. I'm going based on the. You said why people, so I'm going based on the mentality of our fan base, right? Because quote unquote he has credit in the bank. A lot of times people will be like, oh, okay, he had a bad game. And then he will play good one game.
Can I use that rhetoric?
Yes.
When we go into the forward line?
No, that's what, we've been having that debate all season. We've been having that debate all season.
I'm listening.
We have the debate all season. But yes, I do agree with you. Gravenberch has been poor since January.
He's been poor in all of 2025.
Since January. Yeah, since January, he has been poor. Now, this after this international break, remember he came home quick because he had a knock or something like that. Yeah. So personally, I don't think he's fully fit. They just throw him there because he can run. Now the one thing that he get away with is because he played better in center back than Konate did. So a lot of times he tends to
one game though.
I don't think he played better. I don't think he played better at centre back than Konate.
I mean, there was no when he went. By
the time Slot threw him there, bro, we had all of the ball.
Yeah, but he never made a mistake in the centre back like Konate did.
Yeah, I was going to make a mistake when we've got the ball.
No, the ball doesn't play. Yeah, and funny, it was both games against Fulham.
Can we use this one? Yeah. Sorry, Nick. Can we use this? Right. So honestly, he's put that what he's done in the last game, right? I know you guys know. I don't like using this, but let's see. Because maybe it's our perception he wasn't good. Maybe theirs, they're like, nah, he was cold still. Most accurate passes on the pitch, 92%. That's mad high. 2 chances create, 8 out of 14 duels won, 7 recoveries. That was Ryan in the last game.
How many passes did he make in the match? How many passes did he make in the match?
I would have to go and look at that, G. But just look, just looking at
that. Is that the Fulham game or Everton?
Fulham. I think that was that the Fulham one? Honestly, let me know if that's the Fulham one.
I'll find out. Because I'll find out. I've got reconnaissance. I'll find out.
my question, guys, is if we're gonna look at, we did the eye testing and we're like, no, he's not been good all season, right? Not all season, sorry, since 2025. But then you look at the stats in most of these games, he's done really well. And I get it. And to G's point, no one's really talking about it. Maybe to what KWASI's point is because he's got, a lot of credit in the bank. So no one's really like, nah, let's not really truly get onto him because at the start, the first half of the season, a lot of the good work came from him as well. A lot of our Man United game when he turned, and there was loads of good moments where he was the guy for us. So maybe that's the reason. But is he?
Hey, hold on though.
Is he like the downfall is because he set such a high standards in terms of how he started the season. Now we're looking at it and it's like anything now you do, big man, from a passing, holding on to the ball for too long.
And,
blah, blah, blah,
be careful because you're giving somebody a pass in the front line when you make that statement. Man, them are writing it down. Man, them are writing it down when you say that because they will use that same. They will use that same thing for man, the other man.
No, I'm only asking the question, bro.
So no, you're right. I agree with you. The thing with Gravis, I could also give him an excuse as this is the first year that he has played almost an entire season. Right? So
I don't care.
G. Let the man say what he's saying, bro.
No, I'm just saying this is the
let him cook. Let him cook, bro. Let him cook.
No, I'm just saying, let's be honest. Grav hasn't played an entire football every single week like this, even with the international game like this in a long time. So if I'm gonna give him an excuse, I can say, okay, I can see that thing's kicking in, right? Because this brother, the season before he came to Liverpool, he was on the bench the whole season. And then when he came to Liverpool, club tried to turn him into something he was not. Now, one thing that I would say is, okay, maybe I'll wait to the manager's side, but yes, I agree with you. Since January, his form has been slowly coming down. Like some games, it's like, where were you, my brother? The reason why the difference between him and Szoboszlai is Szoboszlai's mistakes is always in the final third where you be like, bro, one good pass and we are in. So a lot of times people are looking at him more than they're looking at Gravenberch.
He's the 10, I agree.
You see what I mean? Gravenberch is like, he's sitting in a 6. So sometimes he does some defensive work. So people are like, okay, he's there. He's doing something. But Szoboszlai, after all the running, after doing some of these quote-unquote saucy stuff, and then you be like, just give that pass, a simple pass, just here. And then he messes up. It doesn't even go to our player. He gives it to the opposition and we get hit on a counter-attack. So a lot of times people are looking at him like, brother, what are you doing? And yesterday he did that quite a bit. So he gets a lot of the blame.
Grav slows our play down though. I know that much. And ain't no
all I want to know, yeah, like we just moved on to back to the buzzer like super quick. I'm trying to
exactly. That's what
Gravenberch.
But G, your question was why are people giving more blame to Szoboszlai not looking at Grav? So I'm looking at the reason why he gets
even
the most.
Stats that honestly that you just put up there, even looking at the stats, I'm still like, okay, that's like, listen, whatever, that's great. Like I've seen Curtis with a 98% passing accuracy, passing side to side, and that.
Bataru always has them stats.
Yeah, I don't care about all of that stuff. What I'm saying is Savage just literally just said it there. Slows our game down, but also even to Enz's question we asking about like the standard that you set. Like we said from the, or like most of us said from the jump, right? Ultimately, if this is like your breakout season, as in terms of at this team, right? You see it like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer didn't perform at this like stupid level every single game for the entirety of last season. What ends up happening is things start to level out. The difference is Cole Palmer last season never dropped to like this level. He never went from up here to this level at no point last season. This season, yes, he's obviously done that. But if we're just basing it on that one season.
Sorry, can I just interrupt slightly? The only reason why I'd say you're right, I'm going to agree with what you're saying, but I just want you to think of this as well. I think at the start of the season, it wasn't only his defensive work, it was also his progressive passing. He was releasing it,
carrying the ball.
Releasing it, carrying. But now he's literally gone to being a 6. So now, do we now just look at the defensive side of it now and go, right, are you winning tackles? Are you winning your duels? Are you recovering the ball? Do you know what I mean? Are you in the right position? There was a few games where he hasn't been. You're like, yo, where's the middle gone? He's not even there. Should we now look at that side of it and don't comparing him to the first half? Because I've openly said at the start of the season, for me personally, I feel like we had a double pivot. I felt like McAllister was next to Gravers, and I felt like you couldn't get through the midfield. It just felt like there was always two, and then it made Ibu's and Virgil's job a lot more easier. Now it feels to me personally,
we go 4-3-3.
There's a 1-6, and it's like, oh, so if Gravers slightly shifts out of a position, it looks open. And he doesn't get excused for that because you still have to do your job and you haven't been that good since the start of the year. But that's the reason I'm looking at going, Rush, should we now just compare him to his defensive stats now instead of maybe even he was doing before? I don't know. I'm just
no. In fairness, I hear what you're saying, but it's still the reality. Like even when I look at something like that, is that the defense stats, those stats you read out are not good. Like they're not like, oh my goodness, like you had a great game. They're okay to average, you know. So
to kind of give you a caveat to that, Casemiro won 11 tackles in the derby, and then the way that they spoke about that as if it was amazing. The game before what happened? He won 11 tackles.
But he will get that the word I'm looking for. He'll get that blight. You know why? They walked away with a clean sheet, and what I watched of the game, Man United weren't open at all, really, in that game. Like in a few moments, obviously, you're playing against Man City, but they weren't open. Liverpool were open so badly against Fulham. It was like, there is no middle of the park. So he's going to get that a bit more of a praise because it's not going to be perceived like, yo, like I'm watching a midfield where everything is just open. There's like a big gap in it. I didn't really see that in the Man United game. Like I felt like they were quite compact and they were doing their job as midfielders, and Casemiro was doing a really good job in the midfield. But even if Grav is going to be that one, regardless of whether it's the 1, 2, 3, it doesn't really matter. I always look at it and think to myself, it was always going to have to change anyway because everyone was moving to man marking Liverpool anyway. That's fine. Manager's got to change up, right? Like he's the manager and he's done that. He's tried to do that in these games. Clearly, Grav playing in that position, maybe it then isolates maybe another midfielder that the opposition that we're playing against. Whatever. I don't know what the reasons for why Slot does what he does, but the reality is, I'm watching this midfield, and to me, it is just stunk. And it's starting to stink just purely because. Cool, you want to complain about Szoboszlai when he gets in the final third? No worries. We're complaining about Gravenberch when he is back there. The reality is you keep playing this individual to do the same thing and it's not getting any better. So I'm like, okay, he's good at one thing, which is progressiveness. That is Gravenberch's entire game is he's banging at progressing play. That is it. He ain't the greatest of passers. He ain't like some like press resistant, that type of like he could just progress play really, 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 really top level, world class level. Can't do anything else really of that kind of ilk. So I'm not, and then you've got McAllister, who's like in between both of those, where in the final 10, I can really do something if you put me there, but I'm also going to do the combative stuff, and I'm also going to try and run around, and I'm also going to try and give you a pass, and I'm also going to, he's the guy who's doing all of that stuff. So I'm looking at it thinking, fucking hell, man, like Gravenberch, when you was doing obviously what you're really good at, obviously you've shown what you can do, which is amazing. I never expected you to stay at that level, though. Like I never thought you would do that. What I did think, though, is it would level out. But we've gone from we hit level out and like maybe in February, and then it's just now gotten progressively worse. And I'm like, bro, there has to be some type of reason. Ends could be right, though. It could just be a tactical thing. But if that's then the case, I guess it always goes back to the manager, but then the player also has to take some responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts.
And then even if we're saying that, and I'll end it here, even just to say that, that's why I never ever get onto Szoboszlai, because I'm like, the reality of it is that everyone keeps saying 10. Szoboszlai is not a 10. He does not play 10 position for Liverpool, hasn't done so for time. Him finding himself in that position is almost like me calling Lampard a 10. I never thought Lampard was a 10. I just always thought he was like a box-to-box midfielder with the license to be able to always go forward and hang around the area around Drogba, whoever else was up front at that time, right? Where he's got the other two guys behind him to do the other kind of work. The problem is you're getting Szoboszlai to go forward and come back. And I need you to defend. And I need you to help on that right-hand side. And I need you to also, when you get into that final third, I need you to be Ronaldinho. I'm like, fucking hell, bro. Like, fair enough, he's fucking it up. And I will definitely admit that he's fucking up in these instances, but he's the one midfielder that you're asking everything for, and you're expecting some high level for him to do it. And I'm like, I don't feel like he's even there yet, like for him to even do that. So what do we do now? Yeah, I mean, like Slot's got to take away something from his game. Whether that's allow him to just stay forward or be in midfield. Everyone wants him to play pivot position. Play that then. Just play him in the pivot. Play him so that he doesn't have to do the run forward thing. Put someone else there. But I don't think Liverpool want to play 4-2-3-1. I don't think we want to play that because that means you're only going to have 2 midfielders. I don't think Slot wants to concede that 1 midfielder because then we only have 2-man midfield. Really, it's going to be like 4 in the midfield. I don't think he really wants to do all of that. He wants the 3 in the middle because that's where he wants to play the game, right? So,
but
that's
G,
all, like,
just to piggyback on what I said. Then the manager just play simple. Why are we pressing? Play like you play Etihad. It was for some people, for them neutrals.
But he doesn't want to play that though. That's not his game. His game isn't to play the way.
I'm talking not Szoboszlai in general. I'm talking about like the whole team.
No. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't want to play that football. That football is only purely for the Etihad away, like those kind of like when we have to play that football against a team like Man City, you play that football. That's why it was so amazing because I was like, right. He really showed man that he can do the 4-man. Okay, I didn't even know he could do that. Like I didn't know the team could do that kind of thing, and we did it. That ain't what he, bro. If that's what he wanted to do, why didn't we just do that beginning of the season? Like why wasn't that the first tactic?
But beginning of the season, everybody said the difference between Slot and Klopp was he slowed the game down. Right, he was not Genga pressing, running all over the place. And on my side, the commentator was like, bro. It looked like he changed the way he started the league because the way he started the league was working. And now he's gone back to what the previous manager is doing, keeping the same players every single game. The tactics or the strategy being the same thing. So the stuff that we love Slot about, it seems like he's not doing that, which is, okay, it's not working. Let me do something else. Right, let me do something where nobody would think Liverpool will ever do, right? But the thing is, that's why I mean, yes, the players has to take accountability. That's why I'm feeling like there's a lack of professionalism on the side of the players, but the manager has to reel them back in and say, hey, people, let's go back to what was working, whether it's pretty or not. Let's just go back to what is working. So Szoboszlai cannot keep running all over the place like that, right? Gravenberch, let's give him the opportunity to be able to be more progressive.
What's the point? He didn't do anything with the ball. All of this talk is valid and that, but who cares? On the ball, they stink, bro. It's on the ball. It's a football match, innit? So, like, yes, the Szoboszlai's running around and all this business. I do feel bad for him and that. You know what I mean? But when he gets the ball, he stinks.
That's true.
If Grav's not playing basic passes, progressive with the ball, does nothing. But I don't need man to progress with the ball just to give it straight back to Kanate, blood. You're gonna run up the whole field just to give it back to the man behind you, bro. Like as soon as Grav stopped doing the sexy shoulder drop and that, now everyone thinks he's rubbish, bro. Which means you just got gassed off nothing. But I think obviously the kid's cold with it. He's one of them, and it was on the kid and all that business. He's a grown man now. I'm not trying to hear this kid business and that. You know what I mean? Sure, him and Szoboszlai same age and all that. Brother, they're weak, bro. We got a weak midfield. That's what I know that much, bro. And every time we come up against a stronger midfield, I told man had Sander Berger making us look like idiots and that, bro. All of a sudden, like, we can't win no duels and that, bro. How come our midfielders can't win no duels, bro, in the air? I seen man just hoofing the ball up and Grav's taller than all of them, bro. Can't get the ball, bro. With little shoulder barges in that, bro.
Yeah, fact.
From Smith Rowe. These little man.
There's no desire. There's no real desire in it. Do you know what it makes me see? You know when, like, if you don't have something in your game, there's a certain attribute every player have, right? And even if they go, right, you're tall, that means you should be great in the air. I've always thought because I've seen guys that are really tall, but they don't have the desire to win aerial duels. They just want to play with
I actually agree with you, bro. They did that with Pogba, bro. They normally do with black players, to be honest, bro. So it probably makes sense that they do with Brown. But no, it's true, bro, because when man see like tall youths and that, like, oh, he's big, strong fella, and he's going to hold him up and do. When they see Pogba, it's like, oh, he's going to be like, you know what I mean? He's going to be strong. And Pogba's elegant with the ball, bro. He don't move like that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's got time for that. Are you skills to, you know what I mean?
Do you think it's the typical, obviously we're not American, obviously KWASI will tell us, do you think it's the typical, oh, he's tall, so he should just play basketball? Like, do you feel like it's like that in football? Like,
pretty much.
It's going to be a major attribute that they look at somebody with, isn't it? And
oh, he's black, so he's strong and fast. So just kick the ball forward.
But don't get me wrong. With the mistakes we made in yesterday's game, I don't blame Slot for any of them. It's not his fault. But I just think in general,
no.
Yeah, I just think in general we wasn't good. Like, I didn't look at that game. Obviously, we changed it in the second half, and that was affected how Fulham played as well. But just as a whole, even if we didn't make the mistakes and that, it didn't feel like it was going to be a game where we was going to go and beat up Fulham. They're actually bopping us around. They weren't just like hoofing the ball up.
But
they did that when they needed to, but they were bopping the ball around, bro.
Savage, this is the thing though. Second half we played better. They did not score, right? They had maybe 1 or 2 chances.
Mm-hmm.
It's this match that we play is identical to how we played against Everton. It's the same thing that happened to Everton. Second half we played a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just that Beto didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and it's the same thing what Newcastle did, but they did put the ball in the back of the net, and then we brought Harvey and Chiesa on, and then the energy came back, but we only could play good for 4 minutes. And the game against PSG, the game before that, we did the exact same thing. I told you, man, about slot 4-5, bro. He's got 45 minutes of football tactics in him, bro. I don't know why man don't want to listen, bro. It's happening every game in a row now. Since the first PSG game till this one, Harvey, in the first PSG game, he won us the game. Everyone forgot that we won it because we got battered. So he won that game. The second game, he tried to bring them on. They played better in the second half with the last 20 minutes, but we couldn't save the game. Newcastle, he brought Harvey and Chiesa on again. Who scored? He did it again, bro. He did it again.
That's been the whole season, though.
Luckily, we got some magic from Jota in the Everton game to do that goal, but you know what I mean? The tactics didn't make him do that goal. You know what I mean? And then we come back to this game and Harvey and them man come on and link up again, bro. And then Diaz scores and Brad is off the bench. That's energy in it. Like sometimes just sharpness and energy, blood, because you get into that thing as well where, you know, when Gakpo does his ghost impression, sometimes he just drifts away and that. Yeah, I mean, for the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, Gakpo's going to be good. Then I was like, okay.
Hey, Patrick.
Let's get to that, though. Let's get to that one, bro. Front line, bro. The front line that started this game was Salah, Jota, Gakpo. I'm like, all right, you know, Jota last game looked okay, looked sharp. You know what I mean? I heard the man them say training sharp, all of that great stuff. I'm like, okay, Gakpo wants to come back in. He saw what Diaz was cooking in the last game. Let me come in. Let me win my position back. It's mine. Salah, I'll let you guys talk about that, brother, because I ain't gonna say too much. You already know. But talk to me, lads, bro. The front line. What did you guys see? What didn't you see?
Can I just ask before anyone says anything, bro? I'm just gonna let man know this. If anyone's about to cost Jota for this game, I'm just gonna let you not know. He played exactly the same against Everton, bro.
I was gonna say that.
Before anyone does all this, gas him the last game, and then he did exactly the same thing against Everton, bro. We just cost that whole midfield for no progression in it. No one got the ball to him. Salah wasn't good again, so he couldn't get the ball to him. Gakpo wasn't good. He couldn't get the ball to him. And that's kind of how our front three works, bro. This is not me individually trying to kill all of them. I'm just letting you know. They couldn't get the ball to him, so all he kept doing was dropping into the 8 and false 6 and shit, linking up the play, and then trying to run up the pitch and get the ball back, and they weren't giving him the ball back. So again, what we've known all season, we don't have no one in the box. But this time it didn't even matter because the wingers didn't even have the ball to throw it in the box, bro, because they were stinky.
You know, by the way, Savage well said, actually, because that's literally everything in a nutshell. You know what's crazy? The defense made the 2 mistakes, right? But the defense was the best part of the team yesterday. Like, as a collective unit.
That's crazy, bro. That's good. Considering how the game went.
You know, the same thing against Everton, too.
Went, right? In your head, you're like, no, but they made mistakes. Yes, they made errors. But as an actual unit in what they were trying to do, I felt like they were better than the midfield. And they were definitely better than the striker. I didn't know that people were praising Jota for loss. I thought he was shit against Everton. I thought he was shit against Fulham as well. Like, I didn't know people praised him for those performances. But they were all dead. Like,
I heard Jota's back. That's what I heard the last game.
Oh yeah, you know. Sorry, I did. Okay, but they were all shit. Gakpo, you're doing your heck. I don't even want to call you Tariq. I was about to say Rainy, but she died. Like, you might as well have been that. Like, because you've just been RP Rainy. But like, you know what I'm saying, you've just been on that kind of vibe. Salah, at this point now, I saw a tweet today saying that they just want to get Salah's assist record. I'm like, brother, he needs to play football first to get the assist, let alone anything else. And then Jota was what? Like, why are you dropping into the like? I don't understand. Like, is Slot really telling the strikers? Yeah, can you drop deep into central midfield, and then I want Salah and Gakpo to almost act as 2 strikers, like wide strikers.
Yeah, judging by how he gets Mosley to press and gets this guy to do that, I think that's exactly what he's told him to do, bro.
Slot, listen, I like you. I think I actually fucks with you. I think, but sometimes, and I know what it feels, and now I know what it feels like when people say it to me. I want to just slap your bald head, bro. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you want the team to do that?
Okay,
and
you know when Mandem say I fucks with you, you know they
bro, do you remember those like 5 games into the season?
I actually fucks with.
Do you remember that press conference?
Yeah, go on, Sam.
5 games into the season, and they asked him about. It might have been 5 games around that, and they asked him about Nunes. Yeah, and he said, "Also, we have to try and adapt to what Nunes does when we come on because he wants us to do something different." And the thing different was the way Jota drops deep in it, and Nunes can't do that. So then he was like, "We need to adapt." So literally, he said that they play different when Nunes is playing compared to Jota playing. So that is what he wants Jota to do, bro. But it's stupid. It's stupid, bro. It's much easier to tell Jota to stay in the box and get the man to whip the ball into you, bro. Because when Gakpo's on the pitch, like Nick Diaz doesn't cross the ball that often, innit? He normally cuts back and then he plays it on the floor. He never. If you can go check Diaz's crosses for the season, I doubt he's crossed the ball more than 20 times. But Gakpo and Salah kind of do the same thing now. Cut back, whip. Cut back, whip. So Jota's the best header of the ball there. Cross the ball in. But nah, bro. Jota, I don't know. He wants to do these weird.
His movements is crazy in the box as well. Like you go back and watch like Jota's headers in like compilation, like his movement off the shoulders, off the back of defenders, running near post, little flicks. But for some reason they're like, nah, man. What did you call him? 4'6", 4'8",
4'6", bro. Moving like Harry Kane for England, bro. And that's why. See, that's what I'm saying. The difference when Bradley come on, bro, because he just doing like, oh, this is what Trent normally does, goes in. So I'm just gonna go into the middle too and just do my thing, blood. Got on board, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's shit. It's the same when I told you, like when I told you and G and Jerry to that show, because I hear man moan about like Robbo and whoever's the right back. Why they're underlapping, motherfucker, bro? That is tactic, bro. Like you dumb at this point, bro. Like man ain't gonna keep playing you and you're doing the same thing. It's like, oh nah, I like that he done it, even though I told him not to. No, that's what he wanted to do. Bro.
Game in, game out, week in, week out. Now,
yeah,
bro, when you be on the bench or reserve.
And I know that is a little bit like, and don't get me wrong, but you need some kind of arrogance if you're gonna believe in what you're doing on the pitch and that. And that's why he said early in the season, as soon as we lost to Nottingham, there's like, we can hindsight maybe change a few things. It's like, no, because if I have to change a few things, that means that I got it wrong to start with. That is not what I want to hear from a manager, bro. Because you're basically telling me that, no, what I chose to do is what I chose to do. And if we don't get it wrong, I'm not admitting that I got it wrong by changing shit. I'm going to just run it. I'm going to just run it till the wheels fall off. And luckily, even if our team isn't as good as we think they are, they can all do stuff off the cuff in moments, bro. Just like McAllister picked up the ball and said, fuck it, and rossed it in the top bins, bro. He just, and it's like, okay, it's one of those.
I was going to say, Sab, can we speak about the other two? Because I think we've cooked Jota enough. Let's
gender. But before we continue,
go Gakpo first, and then we'll leave.
Ends, real quick. You know, my source is saying that there's progress on Virgil's side. I'll leave it at that. But Salah has been doo-doo all season, man. Salah has been doo-doo all season. He's
go Gakpo first.
Gakpo, you can't really he's coming off an injury. He hasn't played.
No, you can allow it.
That wasn't the way to start off the.
No, I'm just I'm doing the sandwich compliment. Yesterday he was missing. It's like he didn't even know where to be at. Right, he stayed on the line. I don't know whether he and Robo did not communicate properly or they had a fight the night before. Or it's like brother was just standing there, and once in a while he would track back. Sometimes he would just stand there, and it's like there was no outlet. You saw what Diaz did against Everton. So I'm not expecting to do exactly the same, but in the past we've seen Gakpo and Diaz they bring something different, and whatever different they brought was always at a high level, right? But now it's like, brother, he was lost. I'm
not lie, bro. I don't give a damn how this sounds, innit? Maybe Frimpong can't like him. I don't want no more Dutch players, blood. I don't want no more. No, I don't want no more Dutch players. Blood. And bro, I just know in it because their demeanor's too relaxed, bro. It's too relaxed, bro. It's all like, yo. It's, and I'll say it because I don't know it's the light skinned Dutch players, bro. It is. It's not my man, the trash one. What's his name? Grinders and that, blood. It's not him. It's not them, man. And
Grinders, bro.
It's them, man, blood. No, brother, you know it's the truth, bro.
What?
Use every time the pie touches pitch and that man's got a headband trying to look cool and that, all relaxed and that. Javi Simmons thinks he's in already, bro.
Don't do that because he. Oh no, that's true. That's
Tell
true.
me a light-skinned Dutch player that don't act like that, bro. They're all like that, bro. Too busy trying to be sexy, bro. Just play the game, bro.
Simmons is on the grafting, bro. He's
Nah,
Simmons, bro.
he's on the grafting, bro.
He's on the team already, bro.
Bro, real talk. He feels like he's the guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand why he thinks that because I was thinking this the other day when somebody said was linked to him, and I was like, why does it feel like I've known this guy his whole life? And I'm like, we've been hearing about him since he was like 8, bro.
Yeah.
With the because I keep forgetting he had the bushy hair and you see him, he's like
the one that
he's like Adam Minute. He released him into the wild. Bro.
Cav, I agree with you.
We gave him to PSG to try and develop. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with Cav. That kid is not a Liverpool player. I see Mandem trying to say, he's not a Liverpool player.
Right,
Keep him out.
Round it back because he's a player that let's rewind it back.
Yeah, but Gakpo, man.
Go back, bruv. Let's talk about Gakpo in it.
Gakpo. I'm sorry. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
And then we're like, he's cold. I don't want that. Let's.
Gakpo, there's some wrongs at the camp. I don't know what's going on. There's some players that we rely on when things gets hard, and those players seems like they run out of steam. Gakpo is one of them, man. And personally, yesterday, why did the manager didn't play? What's the name? Diaz. You should have played Diaz as a striker for me. And if you're gonna bring Gakpo in and start him, trying to give him game time so he gets fully fit, good. But
doesn't it feel like sometimes Gakpo just? We know he's a religious man in it. Sometimes it feels like he just prayed and said, "What will be, blood." No, he doesn't, bro. And I bet you, if you ask him after the game, he's like, "Well, it's God's will. If you wanted me to play like that, I'll just play like that." Man was chilling, bro. I'm literally watching him on the sideline, bro.
Are you saying that he said that God does not take sides? So
yeah, bro. He said God don't make mistakes.
That will be done.
That will be done.
Bro, so God don't make mistakes, bro. If I was supposed to play shit today, then today I was supposed to be.
Yeah, bro. There's nothing I can do about it. It was just today to not play well.
No, but what? Seriously, I remember him like trying to take on thinking like Castagna once, but do you not remember him doing anything?
Savage.
Like sometimes it's like I watch somebody do something and we're unsuccessful loads of times, which was kind of like what Salah was. But I saw him in it. But Gakpo's was like. I don't remember you. I don't remember you doing anything, bro.
Bro, he was the worst out of the whole.
Out of all three, he was
so. But you know what? Why his was worse? Because it was like, as you said, at least you saw the other two. Like I don't even remember you like in the game.
I don't remember, bro. I don't remember it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at Aiden, bro. Aiden, tell Mason to leave the chat before you go to the next.
Nah, Babe's already upset.
I
triggered Babe.
Bro, that's up again, bro. No, can we now speak about Salah, please?
Brother, I said that Salah's been doo-doo all season and Babe got upset. But this is, I think, Savage summed it up at the beginning of the show, right? He said if he has scored a penalty or assisted a goal, everybody say he'd have been great. And that's what's been Salah all season, let's be honest. I mean, my man G said Salah has never been aesthetically pleased since he's been in Liverpool. I better differ a little bit. There's a couple seasons where you'd be like, this guy is balling, right? It wasn't just the goals or the assists. You'd be like, this guy is that dude. Consistently goals, yes. He scored that 20 goals every season. But I'm sorry, this season, if you take the goals and assists from him, he's doo-doo.
I'll be real because you see, there's not been one season apart from the year that he joined Liverpool where I've ever looked at Salah and said, "Bro, you're actually balling." I've never ever in my.
I'll give him 3. I'll give him 3.
I don't even feel like there's been 2, let alone even. I'm trying to figure out where your third one's even coming from. But even if you look at it, like I disagree with what you said about if you take away his goals. Well, obviously, if you take away Gakpo's goals, then
that's kind of unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he'll be doing up Hail Marys on the side, like so. I feel like with Salah, that's literally it. But Salah has actually had very, very good games where he's literally just run the show by himself in an attacking sense this season, right? In the last like month and even yesterday's game, I'm just watching Salah. I'm just like, right, like you're just playing like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I'm watching a player, and I don't know if it's happening, so you'd have to find out. It's almost like I'm watching a player decline right before my eyes, if that kind of makes sense. Yes, that's the player I was trying to think. Like, I'm watching you slowly, just like, yeah, it's just declining in some way. Now, by the way, I don't know if it's just like, let's not forget. The reality is, without this guy, we wouldn't even be smelling a Premier League title, let alone be 12 points, 11 points clear, right? But I'm watching you, and I'm like, everything that you're trying to do when you are trying to do it is so, like, it's so slow, and it's just like nothing's working, and you can't do anything. So I'm like,
okay, name me other good wingers over 30.
In a Prem?
Just in
There ain't none. There ain't none. This is my point. That's why you feel like that, bro.
Yeah,
because obviously in real life he's not old, bro. But in football terms, the dynamic, bro. As soon as you already know. I always say that's the left back of one Robinson. And as soon as I knew he was playing, I said Salah's. Just forget about it, bro. He's gonna take the ball off him every time, bro. It's long. Once that athleticism's there from the other left backs and that. Because all of the ones who are over 30 usually I said it before, and to be fair to Salah, he adapted what he does. But the other ones end up adapting their position, bro, because they know in it, and their managers and that know, like, so our team's not gonna be balanced enough anymore.
Savage. So based on that, do you think he deserves a new contract then?
I don't want Salah. I want him gone, bro.
Okay.
It's not even a dickhead thing. Like, I'm not even saying it like I won't be sad when he's gone. I just want something new, bro. Like, I'm not enjoying the football. I've had like 7 years of getting the ball to Salah. Like, eventually, I'm like, okay, man, I hear it, bro, and it's fine. Hear me out, people, before you lose your mind. You man are not in the wrong, bro. It's all subjective, innit? In fact, even if it's not, you lot are more right than I am, bro, because he still gets the goals and assists, bro, and he is efficiency. But I like to enjoy football, bro. I like to enjoy, and I can't, bro. I can't enjoy it. It's not Salah's fault that they're always trying to get the ball to him. So I know that's not his fault. Everything else what he does on his own is his own problem, innit? I just don't think he's that good at it anymore. I think Salah's passing's got better over the years. I think that's one thing that's improved. Because even when I watched like Marvel and that, bro, it was a little bit different. So I think that's got improved, his playmaking and stuff like that. And everything else is not better, bro. And I mean everything else. That's the only thing to me he's got improved. Of course, I don't expect him to get faster. That's not a problem. He's still faster than most people in the Prem. He's just not the old Salah. That's normal. I don't mind that at all. His shooting's not better. We know that. His shooting's not as good as it was. His passing's better. And everything else is whatever. Even his strength, he's dropped off in his strength a little bit as well, bro. Look a bit weak and that. You get me?
I mean, at this time, I'll give that to him because of Ramadan, right? He's been fasting.
What? That ended a week ago, blood. Man's come back up. You already know,
takes a while.
No,
it takes a while to get back.
The glycogen stores are back, bro. You know this squad. Your PT2, the glycogen stores are storing.
It takes a while to get back to peak. You know, your body changes. Body change. It takes almost 2 weeks to go back and forth. But there's one argument that I will lose.
So can we not use the same for Kanate then, or did Kanate exempt from this?
Yeah. People forgot about that about Kanate too.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's a devout.
And also, you know how many PSG players are Muslim, bro? The bare PSG Muslim players, bro. They didn't look tired at all, bro.
It was at the beginning. It was.
They got to the next round, won the league, all in that time while they're fasting.
Man, getting rid of Hamid Ghali, blood.
Beijing. Pops, I can still say something. Two things can be true at the same time, Pops. You got to learn that.
But you got to remember, if Ramadan's only 30 days, so what about before the 30 days? What was that excuse?
That's exactly what I was going to tell Pops. That's what I was going to tell Pops.
Do you guys then think, I'm just thinking about it now, like KWASI was saying that, do you guys then think right, like Savage, you said like it's not his fault, obviously, that the team is still trying to get the ball to him, right? Which is true. But he's obviously stinking up in his own way, doing whatever he's doing. Yeah. But then again, I go back to the manager. Same thing that I
think it's his fault.
Does he need to start saying, I need to trust who played to the Gakpo and Jota as an example, or Diaz or whoever? Does he need to? I mean, listen, I don't rate none of them, none of them forwards. So I can understand why he doesn't trust them and he keeps saying, let's go towards Salah, because even in bad form, you're still better than everyone else. But it's getting so bad now that we're seeing it on such a scale at this point in time, bro. I'm like, brother, I beg you, just stop going to Salah. Like, you don't have to pass to him all the time. I beg you, go to Diaz, go to Gakpo, go play through Jota, stay up front so that why'd you keep passing it to Salah? Like, the guy is stinking it up, doing whatever he's doing. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. We've literally criticized the midfield, the defense. We've criticized Virgil for having a stinky game. Man's not saying that I need to play through Virgil, brother. You just play somewhere else. But we keep going. I'm like, it's now just becoming like you're now just enabling the abuse at this point because you keep going through this same guy.
It's Looney Tune tactics, bro. Get the ball to Jordan. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, literally. Get the ball to Jordan.
Man, but did you watch the Golden State yesterday?
Yeah.
Steph Curry had 3 points. One three that he made for 48 minutes. That's all he did. But
Golden State are like that because when you've got someone who's so superior to like the rest of the team and can do a madness like 3 points from his own fucking basket, then obviously you're gonna you know what I mean? You're gonna always try that. And Salah's almost the same here in an attacking sense, is that well, this brother can do anything out of just nothing, so we're gonna keep going to. I'm like, bro, but then
you're not even gonna. That's what I'm saying. They won't even give the rest of the team a chance to realize.
Yeah, but you see,
what they can do without Salah because he's always on the pitch, bro. So when he's stinking up the place, at some point remove him in it. Even when I saw the finger go up yesterday, the board and that, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe he's gonna take Salah off now, innit? Because and then I was like, brother,
because look at it this way, right? Golden State, right? And I'm sorry, guys, I don't know why I brought basketball in, but Golden State, at this point, you can't keep blaming Steph when people are double and triple teaming him. The manager have to figure something out. You can't just rely just on the brother. Find some way out, right? So in terms of Salah, yesterday, the commentators like Liverpool is literally playing with 10 men, with an 11-man squad, right?
I might have said this many times.
You know, the manager said, at this point, sub the brother.
What was that thing that you said? Slot was on about Harvey. Basically, like if Salah's, you're not playing unless Salah's.
In his press conference, they mentioned like obviously using. I can't remember the context, but it was like using. Why are we not using the players enough? Big up, bro. Why are we not using the players enough in terms of? Hold on, let me change the view. Why are we not using Harvey and stuff like that? Wataru, and then he was like the thing about Harvey is Salah, and then I was like, as soon as you mentioned Salah, I was like, oh, so you don't even think he's a 10 then? You think he's a right winger. So of course he's not going to play then if Salah plays all the time. Bruv, that's just mad to me. I don't understand.
And this is the part where I knew it was a losing debate, but I was going to challenge G a little bit where he said, this brother is the reason why we winning it, which is a fact because of the assist and goals that he has given. But last season, or the season that he went to AFCON and then he got injured, when he wasn't there, did we drop that many points? We won.
And keep saying this to people, and then just keep.
You know what I mean? So we have to try.
Always like, oh, it's only a couple of games, brother. We played good football.
We played good football.
And Jota in that blood.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea,
Salah's injured, isn't it? And he had to do it.
Yeah. So the idea is, if he is not there, we will never get to this point. We will never know, but we have
to stop that as well, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I see Salah's importance in it.
No, he is.
If you go off the base of the team, you're gonna say it's him and Virgil in it. Seems like the most important players.
And Alisson.
But man have to start acting like the ball just like got to Salah's foot, bro. Like he just passed the ball to himself, bro, and scored his goal. Like
that's the way I hear it.
Someone has to pass him the ball, and someone gave him all the penalties, bro. So we could quickly change that if you give Gakpo all the penalties.
But
we can change it, and then all of a sudden we're going to say Gakpo was the reason why we were there. And this, of course, he scored loads of goals, but he scored 11 penalties as well.
And also, real quick, don't you guys think that remember Salah said Arsene Wenger gave him advice for a great player and elite player, the elite player moment. So right now, Salah is playing only moment football. I'll wait for my moment, penalty, or a banger, or an assist, or something like that. But as you are waiting for those moments, guess what? It's affecting the rest of us. That's why everybody knows I'm a performance merchant. Because I know if you play well, the higher chance of you playing well in terms of the whole squad and winning is really, really high than just saying, oh, I scored a goal and I got an assist. Because right now, and I'm going to bring Pops in this, He's saying Salah was awful, but yet he keeps saying, oh, he gave 2 chances, but we just didn't score. Brother, we can't just wait for 2 chances of Salah for us to score a goal. He has to play well.
He gave Jota a good
That's
pass.
what I'm saying.
It was actually a good save.
Yeah, but
did the same thing back and Salah missed the sitter or not?
Yeah, but Savage, this is what I'm saying. If we are just waiting for those perfect moments, then what are we doing? Because
that's what I'm saying. It's not Salah's fault, bro. Because if I'm Salah, I'm not telling the manager I don't want to play and just bring me on for moments. I'm playing as much as I can, bro.
But then if you're gonna play and your name is Mohamed Salah, guess what? We're gonna get on your head.
No, but because it doesn't happen, he can just do that until the manager says no. Like at the beginning of the season, when everyone was getting gassed about Salah, oh my god, he's so ruthless. He took Salah off. Okay, well that stopped very quick, didn't it? So now, if say you get to like the 65th minute, that's enough valuable time. That 65th minute tells Salah like, yo, maybe I'm not cutting it. If you get taken off in the 88th minute, bro, Salah just thinks, oh yeah, you brought him off to save my legs. You don't feel like you brought Harvey on because you think he's going to play better. But when you bring him on for 25 minutes and that, when you bring Trent, it happened to Trent and Salah at the beginning of the season. Take Trent off, we're bringing Bradley on for 30 minutes. You saw Trent's face, bro.
Yeah.
What? Are you mad? Took Salah off, 40 minutes to go. You saw Salah's face. So imagine doing that with 20 minutes to go. Bro, don't get me wrong, but Slot obviously has got bare stuff right this season because we're going to win the league, innit? But it doesn't mean we can't talk about these things and the club going forward. The reason why we talk about the club going forward, because the league's won, bruv. We know it's won. So I need to know going into the following season and that, bruv. Now, if he's not going to adapt Salah somewhere else or change him when he needs changing and that, bruv, because, brother, see these performances? And they are in, like... All I'm saying is, bro, teams are not playing as well, and that's fine. It's not Liverpool's fault. That's why we're going to win the league, and I don't give a damn. It's fine. But they're not playing as well, innit? But them performances you're talking about, if he does that when everyone's back and everyone's playing properly again, better, brother. 10 men against these teams, blood. It's not.
We'll get.
And we saw that in the Champions League. That was the easiest thing to know. PSG haven't fallen off. So when you played against a proper team and he's playing like 10 men, all of a sudden you think that nutmegging Mendes in the first minute is going to make up for the game because after that he locked you up, bro.
But this is the thing, though. There's a part where, I know Pops is really going half for his guy. Say who played well yesterday? Well, all of them didn't play well. I'll give it to the goalie because he didn't do anything. But the thing is, we have to rely on performance because performance gives you a barometer of where you need to be at, right? If you play well, you could always rely consistently on your performance. But if we always keep relying on Salah, and I brought this up and people argue with me, I said, everybody has to play well for Salah to score a goal. If that becomes a problem, then what happens when nobody's playing well? Then what happens to Salah, right? Champions League final, Mane had to create that penalty for Salah to score, right? There's always something for somebody to do something.
Of course, bro.
So we
that's what they're relying on Salah things.
You know what I'm saying?
So Salah thing is lazy, bro.
And the thing is, Salah went against 2 fullbacks and he didn't burn them one time. He didn't even dribble, not just outrun them, not the Salah chant running down the way. No, he could not even go one-on-one with any of those people. So, and let's be honest, Savage, this part maybe I would disagree with you. We are not giving him the ball and say Salah create some, Salah create. We're giving him at the point where Salah put the ball in the back of the net and it's not happening.
Well, but the reason why that's happening is because when you give it him to create, he can't
anymore. Exactly. So last match, Diaz was the one who was just burning down the line.
Yeah, and when he came on yesterday and against Everton,
exactly, right? So that excuse where I used to say back in the day, I said, oh, why we keep giving Salah the ball and let him do all the run instead of just giving him an opportunity where he just have to do what a great player like Salah does. And right now he can't even do that because we are putting him closer to the box, one-on-one with a defender, and he can't even dribble past that. He's bringing
patterns of players are like they're good in football when the pattern of play is really good, but when the pattern of play is just obvious and boring, it don't work because our pattern of play is when we go down the right hand side, give it to Szoboszlai, he's going to give it to Salah. Instead of Salah trying to take the player to the line, he's just going to cut back in his left foot and he's going to try to cross it to the back post. That's his new tactic. His old tactic used to be the same, but he used to shoot with his left foot instead of crossing it. Now he's realised he can't shoot like that. That's why everyone keeps bringing up the same Brighton goal all season because that's the only time he done it, bro. The only time he done it. when he's cuts back in and whips in the top corner.
Yeah.
So I get it, bro. Like, but and obviously everything's not Salah's fault, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No.
When we're talking about rotation,
Mm-hmm.
everyone keeps making it about fitness and all that. It's not that, bro. Because most of the best teams play most of their players all the time, bro. It's not rotation on the fitness all the time. It's rotation on just the way we're playing, bro. But sometimes Mane is just not good. He doesn't have to be tired. And that. I'm always happy to say about other players, but I'm not allowed to say about Salah. He's one of the team, innit? We don't rely on Salah, but we do look to him. Well, because he's supposed to be the best player, bro. If he's Mr. Ballon d'Or, why wouldn't I look to him, bro? I'm not relying on him, bro. You get me? Like, England, I look to Kane, but he stinks up the place a lot of the time, innit? But if you're supposed to be the best striker, then I don't rely on Virgil to do everything at the back. Of course not. That's why normally the back four helps him out. He doesn't do everything on his own, but in certain situations, I go, you're supposed to be the best. So maybe in this game, you know what I mean? We're not playing against PSG every week. We're playing against Fulham and that, bro. So when it gets to them bigger games, and I'm like, well, definitely today I'm looking towards you. It's risk and reward, isn't it? We look towards you for that. You do it, you win the Ballon d'Or, and you get to be the best player in the world. You don't do it, but then I have to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it worse than other people because you're supposed to be better, bro. It's just simple. Man can't argue with my YouTube videos versus Mr. Beast because I'm not Mr. Beast, bro.
Yeah,
you can say my video is rubbish, but you can't be on some like he's you get me? Like it's expectations. It's how football's built. It's the rough with the smooth, and it like you're the best player, so we're gonna have to judge you as the best player now. I've seen you whip the ball in the top corner 50 times. So now when I see you stink it up 10 times, I'm like, brother, what's going on? That's not the thing is, we've done this with all of the best players, bro. I don't understand why it changed, bro. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die blood. It don't make no damn sense, bro. We did it with I seen the La Liga say that Messi went on a drought because he didn't score for 3 games, bro. He scored 60 goals that season, bro. And he said he went on a drought. They're constantly talking about Ronaldo could score however many free kicks. He ain't scored in 23 free kicks. Yeah, because you set the standard, bro. Hold that.
That's the thing.
I want to get to a question as well. Big up to Goal Ratio because he said he was a message that he sent. See you in a minute. Hey, KWASI, put it back in and I'll redirect to you.
Okay.
Push it back in and I'll redirect to that one. Where is it? Let me get to it here. I'll read it out and then I'll let it go across the bottom of the screen. It says, big up ends. Just been thinking, has any Premier League team expressed an interest in signing Salah even on a free? No. If not, why? Why not for free?
That's a good question.
Very simple. Because only rival fans have said it. The actual people took no one. Because rival fans would say that because they're looking at it from the outskirts. They don't watch our 3 o'clock games. They watch the highlights of when he's done great stuff, which is a lot of the times, by the way. But I've always had this opinion, by the way. So people don't even do this or win the league. You said this. I've always said, speak to my brethren about this, bro. He's a man. I've always said this. Salah can't do this for another team. Like old Salah, Basel Salah, could do loads of things for other teams and that. He could do what Saka does. He could do what Martinelli does and all that. This Salah can't do this for another team, bro.
For the time,
just can't do it, bro. That's why the whole time. That's why the output that Salah's got this season, I rate it, and that's why Slot didn't change too much, bro. Because I knew the whole time, like, he can't do this without Klopp. Yeah. What I meant was he can't do it without Liverpool, bro. Because they just changed the manager, and he's kept that. That's the one thing he's kept the same. Like, can we all agree on that? Even if you don't think he's changed the slow down this and he's done this and that, he's not changed Salah's game. He just left him there to do Salah stuff, and it's worked, isn't it?
But then, do you think, Savage, the manager needs to save Salah from himself?
Good luck trying that when he looks at Salah's goals and assists, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a dark. What do you mean saving from what? 27 league goals and 17 assists.
Yeah, but I'm not saying just sit him out for a whole game, but at least kind of be like, Salah, let's try something and see if it works. If it doesn't,
there was one game, KWASI, I remember when we put him on the bench. It was a Champions League game against Rangers. And he was on the bench, right? And I remember the brother come off the bench and he felt like he had something to prove. And he was just on it. And he scored a hat-trick in the game. He came off the bench and I was like, yo, that was so cold. Like, we need to do that a bit more. Like, let him have to come on and go, nah, right.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Let me show you what I'm about, bro. You want to drop me.
Yeah. Make him upset. Make him upset. Said, brother, go show us what you can do. You know?
I just don't think, like,
the thing with personally,
with other teams trying to come in from. I don't even know like if it's a fit. I just
but that question.
I've always looked at him and Trent exactly the same, innit?
Because,
unless you're going to adapt certain things, I don't think any other team's going to go and do because, like, you're not going to sign Trent as a conventional right back, and you're not going to sign Salah as a conventional right winger. So it means you're going to have to adapt something. If you think they're good enough to do it, that's fine. You get me? So at the moment, it looks like Trent's going to go to Madrid, but it's a free-flowing team in the attack. It's a bit more lenient in it. So that's literally the only other team in the world, bro. Like, Trent couldn't go to Barca. He couldn't go to Valencia. He couldn't go to Atletico, bro. Because Simeone will be screwing. He would be like, bro, what are you doing? I don't need you to do that. Winger Salah's a little bit different because sometimes you can give freedom to wingers if they're going to get you loads of goals in it. But the difference is at another club, how are you getting loads of goals? Because we play this way. You're not having the penalties anymore. You're not the main guy unless you're going to like a team where you're just better than everyone. But Salah's not going to want to do that because it means the team's rubbish on it. There's only for Salah to leave Liverpool, he can only really go down unless he goes to he's going to go Barca.
But
then you got like, what, he's going to take your mouse spot? I don't think that's happening.
But let's be honest. That question is a good question because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that could be a whole show. The thing is, I mean, if you get somebody like Salah, even let's say you get him not at 33, you get him say 29, 30, 31, you still have to change your tactics to accommodate him, right? Yeah. To answer that too, you have to look at it like even our greatest manager in the modern times could not even see what he can do with him. It's Edwards who told him, this is the dude. You see what I mean? So what manager out there can say, I can do something with this guy? And I think that's why.
I think if someone else brought Salah to play him up front.
That's what I think as well, you know.
Yeah, I think they'll see the goals in the
striker, like, just in behind the striker.
I agree. I think play him up front. And then
somebody tried to get Pops to listen. Pops don't listen. As soon as you say Salah, everything goes black.
All right.
When I said when I asked you about the wingers, I wasn't even trying to be tricky. I was literally thinking, sitting there like, brother, who's over the age of 30? There's the winger, and I think somebody in the chat said Dybala. Dybala's good to do it, but he's not like. Come on, I'm talking about like the top level, bro. Who's over the age doing that, bro? Because the Rob Ends and all that's all died out now. You get me?
All right, just to cover these, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. Maybe you can cover it on your stream, Quasi, bro.
Yeah, I'll cover on that.
G asked one as well. I don't know if you saw it in the chat. So maybe go off of G's one, obviously goal ratios one, and then obviously Pops' one as well. I think that's 3 great questions to kind of to top up. But going off, Slot said there, conceding 3 goals we did is not of Liverpool's, off the standard of Liverpool, which is true. We shouldn't be. And then obviously to tie it in with Mo as well. So Mo will show up again. I'm not worried about that.
But don't you think that's always been the problem where we waited for him to score a goal, then we're like, he's back. And then he doesn't score another 2 goals, and then we say, oh, where's Mo?
Here's one crazy for you, lot, blood. Break the internet.
Yeah.
If man want to big up Salah so much, I hear it, blood. Is Slot shit and Salah's good, or is Salah shit and Slot good, blood?
Hey, let Quasi deal with that,
bro. I think Zuberi sent you that question because Zuberi said the same thing about Klopp. Is it the players who are good, or was it Klopp?
If we don't win the league next season,
and
Salah goes,
that's
the narrative, blood.
Can't
win the league without Salah, blood.
Oh yeah.
Oh goddamn.
All right, big up man there, man. I appreciate everybody. Please hit the like button. I'm going to jump on KWASI Bowl TV. So when you guys are done, please join me over there. It's not going to be long. We're just going to review the match. I mean, I probably say everything that I needed to say, but I'm going to say it again. So please join me out there. Big up to Pops. Join the, what they call it, the Belgian Red family. Good show. And Savage, I love your wrestling. Your wrestling stuff been hitting on my TikTok, man. The one that's like, oh my God.
Come on, bro. Big up, man.
When Cena became heel, and I watched that. When I get sad, I'm like, okay, find Savage. I'm like, find Savage. Oh my God. Big up to Brandon, man. Thank you. Bro. Appreciate you.
And you don't want to talk about that? Salah lost the ball 98 times.
Nah, don't want
to bring it up now.
98.
I'm saying everyone normally brings up his other stats, so why did they leave that one out? But it's more than it says more than any other Premier League player.
So 98, did you say?
Yeah, more than any
9 and an 8.
98. It said more than any other Premier League player this season. More than any of them, bro. But hey, don't worry about Carl. Top goal scorer. That, so.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah,
I'm a troll, man. I'm a troll, blood. I'm just trying to hold up a mirror to society, blood. You get me? Start to go both ways, man.
It does indeed. Arsenal drew 1-1. We obviously lost. The title, we got, 7 games left. We're 11 points clear still. It's crazy.
It's over!
Listen, it's been a great discussion, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. But I couldn't believe, right? Because obviously, as I said, I was just listening to what the other guys were doing and see what fans were saying. Do you know how crazy it is? And I know, obviously, tying in the result to it as well, and obviously the emotions of it, but it's a difference of 1 point. So 1 point is a difference of getting. I even saw people say slot out. So shifting the needle by 1 point.
The slot out thing was running rife yesterday, bro. I saw it everywhere.
For 1 point. So
it was trending.
For 1 point.
1 point and 2 losses all season. But hey.
No, but stuff like the game before we beat Everton, it was like, yeah, we're cold, the team is moving crazy, and blah, 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 blah. We're on 12 points clear. The following week, game week 31, we now dropped points. So did Arsenal, to be fair. But we're now 11 points clear instead of 12. Slot out, team ain't good enough.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. We've been discussing it all. I'm telling you, man, every time I have these discussions, I'm discussing the players and all that for the following season. Because in my head, this is already won. So I'm talking about, because I don't believe that Liverpool's going to go out and buy all these players that everyone's asking about. I'm just like, well, we need to find solutions, because if our team, how can our team be winning the league and be shit? So
it doesn't.
So I just want to know, innit? But 1 point's crazy, bro. 1 point's crazy, like, because people must be, you know what it is, bro. I reckon they've gone through the fixtures in it, and then they've lost that game, and they started working stuff out, bro, of where they think Liverpool's going. No, because we still got to play. Because just for namesake, in it, I don't care about this, but namesake, we have to play Arsenal still in it.
Yeah,
which is effectively a 6-pointer, because we lose. If we lose to them, we drop 3 points and they win. They get 3 points, and we got to play Chelsea and Spurs. So that's nearly like the 12 points made up in it, just right there. Hey, maybe we haven't won the league, you know. Maybe we ain't won the league, blood. Hey, my bad, people. I was wrong, blood. Hey, Postecoglou said he's leaving with a trophy, blood. The trophy might be so bad.
Oh my god.
Nah, let me go to these fixtures real quick, bro. I can't forget about that. We got West Ham, and we already know every time we play West Ham in the final 10 games, we played them last season in the final 10 games, we got a draw. Bowen always tries to match us up, blood.
I know why though, man. Bowen, just relax, bro. For the next game against.
Hold on, ends.
I'm gonna get them out.
Ends. I think I realised why they think it. Bro, we got Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Brighton back to back.
Yeah. Let me just quickly skip that.
And now you gotta believe us. We're gonna win the league. Yeah, blood. Hey, I told man already, bro. We let this drop, blood. I'm out of here, bro. Monumental.
I already know, man. Yeah, that's why man already started the logfire, conversation.
Yeah, you know, like that, bro.
Yeah, we just shift, man. There's plenty of stuff to talk about, because there's no way I'm being a Liverpool supporter if we do this, bro. Yeah, so obviously we played Everton, we played Fulham, we've got West Ham, Leicester, Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, and Palace.
Okay, well, I'll be honest, bro. Arsenal, based on the Everton game, and that's already gone. So it's from Brentford and West Ham down, and
Brentford and West Ham now. Yeah,
I think if I'm honest, bro, Arsenal could win all of those games apart from ours, bro, or all of those games apart from Newcastle. But they have to be perfect to win the league, innit?
Yeah, they have to be perfect.
So that's what I think was going to happen, bro. I think they will win most of their games. Newcastle or Liverpool probably a draw. And then with us, I don't know, man. We might just hobble over the line still, but fuck it. I don't care.
So I predicted we would win the league by the Spurs game, bro. That's my kind of...
So did I. First thing I said in the season, bro.
Yeah, you did. By the Spurs game.
But now we just...
For us to win it by Spurs, we need them to lose both games, like Brentford and Ipswich in it, and we would have to beat West Ham and Leicester.
But I think if not, then we can win it. We can win it at Arsenal. What's the points now? 11?
Yeah, it's 11 points.
And how many points do we need to win the league, though?
It was 4
One
wins.
in the chat, tell me in the chat how many points.
It was 4 wins we needed.
So 12 points.
Yeah.
West Ham, Leicester, Yeah. If we need 12 points to win the league, bro, if we drop one more point in that running for the next 4 games, that means we go into the Arsenal game needing to win we can win the league at Arsenal, bro, at the Emirates.
No, we're at home.
Oh shit, that's even better, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, West Ham, bring on your traditional draw, blood. But when do you us, bro? Yeah, because I'm here for excitement, bro. We owe them for 89. I wasn't born, but I heard it was disgusting. My dad hates them. Said that they won the league at Anfield. Man, them in the chat. Listen, I get it, your heart rate and all that, but if we can guarantee that we win the league at Arsenal by drawing with West Ham, I think we should do it. But I think we should.
If we could guarantee, if you're giving me a guarantee, and like it's an edgy game, and they have chance, we have chance, and last minute goal.
Brother, because all it takes. See, look, Bajan was about then. You get me? Him, Martin Luther King, and that they were watching that game. I remember. So listen, yeah, bro, it's brother, because Arsenal. Let Arsenal win their games. That's 12 points for them. Yeah, up until the Liverpool game. Liverpool win their games and then draw 1. You get me? So, yeah, the maths was 9 points for us. Then we go into the game against Arsenal. Win that. League done. I'll take it, bro. I don't want Liverpool to lose. I can't have that. I don't like Liverpool losing. But a young draw. And you know what? Let's be nice. Let's give the draw to Leicester. West Ham don't need the points.
As I said, Sav, if you give me a guarantee, I'll take it. But if there's no guarantee, I don't know, bro. I just want to win, and I want them to lose every game they play. That's at this stage. That's what I want. I'll still win every game. They to lose every game they play. That's all right. Listen, guys. I'll end it with this super chat. Big up to Honesty as well, man. Lucho has now scored 10 goals for Liverpool. Do you guys think that the fan base has been harsh on Lucho? Also, number 20 still coming to Anfield. Yeah, man, obviously, bro. Have they been harsh? I think
He's
so.
my favorite player, man. I think they've been harsh on him. I think in individual games, same with Gakpo and that, if you're missing chances and certain things in individual games, I understand. But the energy is not the same. Because as I said, like, the money in the bank thing's a bit dead, bruv. Like, unless you're doing it Ronaldo and Messi, but I'm not trying to hear it. And his performances are very rarely off, innit?
True.
They're very rarely off, but obviously the end goal, like the goal and assist. As I said, man, if you keep comparing him to Salah, then all wingers look bad, bruv. Like all wingers in the Prem look bad if you compare him to Salah. If you compare him to the rest of the wingers at every other club, Doku, Savinho, Grealish, flipping Martinelli, whoever at Villa, he's better than all of them. So surely that's a good thing, isn't it? I think that's what maybe that's what people need to do, bruv. Like, whether you like him or not, that's not the question, innit? But harsh, I think you have to compare him to the rest of the wingers, and it shows the levels, innit? Yeah, that's it. Bejo said to compare him to Mane. There's no point, bro. Them days are done now. Mane and Salah thing's done, bro. No Bobby, no Mane, Salah. That's done, bro. But yeah, I think it's a little bit harsh, but it's all good, man. You carry on cooking him until he leaves the club and turns up somewhere else and starts smashing everyone up. I ain't trying to see that.
Barcelona, bro. That's where it is. I see. I think Fabrizio was saying about Saudi.
Yeah, was it Al Hilal?
Yeah, one of them. He's gonna the possibility, but it's either that or Barcelona. I think, man. It's one of them.
The thing is, with Barca, he's going to be on the bench.
I think he goes through the middle, you know.
Or
they play Rafinha through the middle. Because obviously Levin's still cooking in it. He's what top goal scorer.
I think it's his last season.
Same. I think this if they do extend, I think he'll rotate with maybe one of them. Maybe I think they'll push Rafinha through the middle and do the little false 9 thing with Rafinha.
He's cold, but don't you think it takes away from his game? He's been so good on the wing.
No, because I've seen games when he's played there as well, and I'm like, yo, actually mad.
Yeah, playing through that.
He's actually because he doesn't. He's not the one that goes, "Oh, I need to score." That's the way I feel when he plays. It feels like he's ready to just help anyone out. All right, you can have a goal. You can. He's happy doing that, and then put Diaz on the other side, bro. It will be mental. Because remember, Rafinha's isn't like a left winger, is he? He's a right winger.
Yeah, he's a right winger.
Converted to a left-sided player.
Yeah, and play across the whole front three, man. But you know, Liverpool fans didn't want him because attitude and that. So annoying, blood.
Attitude.
So annoying.
All right, guys. As I said, man, all the mandems link are in the description, not on the title. Couldn't fit them all in there. Big up to the honesty for the super chats. Big up to Go Ratio for that comment as well. Maybe KWASI's gonna go and cover it. You guys are gonna be redirected over to KWASI Bowl TV, man. Make sure you guys go and drop a like and subscribe to him, man. Maybe if you like what he's saying, but if he's over there cooking Salah, obviously get onto him as well. It is what it is. I'm not too sure when we'll be back. I was maybe thinking about later, maybe a little log fire thing. I've got a mad question still, Seven. I think it will be great to have a conversation.
I think today might be the best day to do it because I'm busy most of the week. But today,
is there there's no Champions League football as well? Is there today?
Nah, tomorrow because Arsenal in it.
Arsenal Madrid. I can't wait for that game. Bro.
No one messaged me when that game's on, but I don't need your bad vibes, but I knew. You see what happened on the weekend? I knew that was going to happen. I said it to my son. I said it to my son 100%. I said, I bet you any money Barcelona don't win later, bro. And now it don't matter. Because if we drew the game and then you drew the game, the points would have stayed exactly the same, innit? The fact that it was the last minute, bro, it's the last minute as well. Pussies, bro. But hey, man, I'm not a hater, innit? Like, if you're not going to win the league, you deserve to win the league. Because I've seen you play really good football. So, but I just want it to go down to the wire now. We still got to play each other twice.
Yeah, cup final and decider, bro.
Yeah. Someone just asked a question about the Copa del Rey, actually. About
are you gonna do it?
Question for Sal's La Liga versus Copa. Would you do what? Wait, what did he say? Explain that question, honestly. What if Barca wins the Liga versus Madrid, Copa del Rey versus Madrid, and UCL in the final versus Madrid? You're a pussy for that. Brother. You know what, bro? You know what kind of that must be how Chelsea felt with us, isn't it? And ours was just the League Cup and the FA Cup, bro. Imagine it's the same team every time, bro.
And it's mad here because when you look at the teams, they're like, no, but Real Madrid should win because they've got the names in it. The names.
You know what thing is done though? What's underrated? What Hans Flick's done, bro. And again, most Liverpool fans don't know about football because when he was linked to Liverpool, he didn't know what he's doing. Shut up, blood. What he's done is it's the defensive work man ain't realizing. The ballers at the top of the pitch will gonna ball, bro. They're not gonna just stop being ballers. That's crazy. But and you might have the best left back in the world, to be fair. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Barde's mad, bro.
Now he might, bro. Like I don't want to just say it outright because I ain't sat and thought about the rest of the left backs enough. But he might be the best left back. I'll say this is the best left back in the world this season to me. He's cold, bro. He's cold. To be that good defensively and going forward, it's kind of crazy. And because he's tech on the ball. I seen him when he was in the academy and that, bro. Like they play him in midfield a little bit then as well. And yeah, he's cold still. So he's gonna be one of them. I think Atletico might be out of it now, pretty much.
They won the last game.
Yeah, but I think they're still 4 or 5 points. I think they're behind Madrid. Who knows, bro? They might.
That's only a week, bro. 1 week of both teams losing, brother. They win. They're just
the thing is, I've seen both of our run-ins in it, and with yours, I can pick out games where I'm like, oh, they might struggle. With Madrid, you can't pick it out because you don't know. It's gonna be like it's like a random team. Like Valencia have been rubbish. They've been rubbish all season. They had a flood in their country, in their city, and all that, bro. And like, they haven't got any points against anyone in the top half of the table. Then they just won in the last minute. You know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. Yeah, Pedro's a baller. I told man about Pedro, bro. This Gavi's the fraud, bro.
He scored in the last game, bro. I know you saw my tweet as well, bro. Yeah, I was gonna.
He's a fraud, bro. Like, I don't care if he scored, bro. Don't tell me about stats, bro. Salah does it as well, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like Pedro's the truth, bro. Pedro's the truth. So,
all right, man. Listen, we'll big up to everyone locked in, man. We head out now, man. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening, day, night, or wherever you are around the world, man. Love for the love, man. Peace.
Nice.